EVOS as our champion or maybe another team? Because maybe all of you guys coming from RRQ Kingdom as well, for EVOS fam, from Alter Champ as well. And good luck caster from Philippines. Thank you Noah Matthew Aquino. Wow.
Ooh, from Philippines, yes. Bangladesh baby from Noyer. Wow. Hi.
Hello, nice to meet you. But I think we are going to start as soon as possible.
Yes, I hope so.
I already heard the drum, you know.
The drum.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
Okay, so finally,
Whew, this is what I
after the
was waiting
long
for.
wait
Yes.
for this draft pen and pick from our first game here between Genflix Aerowolf and also Bigetron Alpha as our home team. Genflix Aerowolf, they have an advantage to get the first pick here, but they really need to be careful because Bigetron Alpha is gonna be the second pick. They can pick two overpowered hero.
Correct. So
Right?
let's see what kind of strategy that they will
Yes.
use right now.
Mhm.
Because anything can happen. This is the MPL ID Season
Wow.
7 and this is their opening game, Momo-chan.
Yes, and finally, we already have the draw pen and pick here from these two teams. Genflix Aerowolf, they have Lapu Lapu, they have Benedetta, Louis, Yi Sun Sin, and also Tigreal.
Yeah, and from Bigetron Alpha had Maxxx as a Hayabusa, Johan, and I just see a Harley.
Oh, yes, Harley. Okay, let's go.
Wow.
Let's move to our first game here. And who will take the first point here?
Oh, wow. He's being
Yes.
poked by Louis. Still can jungling first, clearing the minion.
Yeah, they don't want to take any risk to beat Key as the Sylvana here. But Bottle will try to find another way to get their level. But meanwhile, at the top lane, we are going to move back into the
Oh,
Raven
Joe
Dreams.
had dreams. I think first blood has been taken, but in the other side, Lapu Lapu also take down another one.
Yes, meanwhile, it's only 1-for-1 situation right now.
Yep.
Max, who play Hayabusa in the side lane. Okay, it's pretty
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah.
Omoa.
So they will rely on Hayabusa,
Uh-oh,
but right now
but-
look at that, the invade coming into the jungler.
Oh my god, Dreams! Can you run away? Yes, he can. He still can survive, and it's almost there actually. So, Omoa, what do you think? Hayabusa as the off lane or maybe side laner here?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised because see Hayabusa as a Satan, but it's still okay. Maybe because one is just not open for Bigetron Alpha, so it's still fine, and they will rely mostly on Harley to get the early advantage.
Okay.
Going into the Deadly Magic and maybe going into the level 12 there.
The poker trick as well, we
Yes.
know that is pretty painful as well for Harley. But remember, Harley is a scaling hero. So Genflix Aerowolf, they really need to be careful. Maybe these two teams, if we compare to the draft pick here, Genflix Aerowolf, they are pretty strong with Benedetta. Actually been played by Marz. And Clay as well from Louis, right? We know these two teams are so strong because Louis have the rotation, has the dispersion as well. But I don't know, Bigetron Alpha, how will they catch up with this lineup here?
Yeah,
But-
but it's still like the 1-for-1 also, right? And the goal difference is just not so huge, so still a good situation for Genflix Aerowolf. We are already seeing like they are raiding the jungle of Bigetron Alpha,
Yeah.
meaning like they really like really what should I say? They're really aggressive. They're really going. They want to take the control at the jungle. Okay,
Yeah.
so and it's not yet effective from Harley there. Because we know like Harley should be effective around like level 4 with the
Like
Deadly
level 4?
Magic, yeah.
Yes.
But we are not seeing it's really effective going for the roaming.
And Harley also kind of item dependable hero
Correct, correct.
here because he needs the item. He needs maybe like the Calamity Reaper for the cooldown reduction as well, so he can spam the poker trick
Yes.
and use the escape mechanism as well from
Yeah, the
Harley.
space escape is there.
That's true.
Okay.
But the problem is if we compare to the draft pick here, Genflix Aerowolf, they have Benedetta, they have Louis. We knew these two hero is pretty strong and have a good early damage, right?
Yes, if we are seeing Loi and there is Sylvana in the opponent team, it's really
Yes.
nice for Loi as long as she's not being captured inside of the Imperial Justice. Why? Because the rotation dispersion will just
Kidnap him,
Yeah.
yeah, and
get
lock him,
anything.
right?
Yeah,
That's true.
anybody. instead of the rotation.
Betul.
But for me, Harley, Bigetron Alpha picking up on Harley, it's gonna be, I don't know, they need to make the game real fast. I mean, from the mid game to the late game, Harley damage will be nothing compared.
It
right?
depends actually on the item.
Yes,
I mean, if you have Divine Glaive,
yeah,
or maybe,
magical penetration.
yes, it's pretty good for Harley. But the problem is, we knew that if you bring this game to the late game, Genflix,
Yeah.
they have Lapu-Lapu.
Genflix have lapu-lapu. He's Shin.
He's
Early
Sunshine
game,
as well.
mid game, late game is really nice.
It's really good for
Yeah.
Genflix Aerowolf, but I can say Bigetron Alpha, they really need to rely on Jawhead in the early phase, because you know Jawhead with the smart missile also has a good damage as well, right? And he also can reset the buff, the enemy's buff, so it's gonna be make a slow motion or maybe slow down the progression of the core for Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there is Tigreal also, right?
Yes, they agree. With the implosion, they're gonna get anyone. I mean, anybody near him.
I think it's gonna be a good combo with Loi as well.
Yes.
Once he do the implosion, Loi
Flickering
just
impulsion.
yes, Loi just maybe
rotation.
spam the rotation and also dispersion.
Yes.
And I don't know how will Bigetron try to touch this, because Harley maybe have the deadly
Deadly magic?
the deadly magic and also the escape mechanism,
Oh, space
the space
escape.
escape, right? So maybe it's pretty easy for Harley to
Just escape the
implosion.
to dodge the implosion.
Yes, and Cho also have the
Yeah.
Shunpo,
the
the
Shunpo,
immune, right?
Yeah.
We need to maybe underline these two heroes, but Sylvana is gonna be a key for Bigetron, because we knew that once he failed to jump with the
Imperial Justice.
Imperial Justice, it's gonna be a reset and gonna
Yes.
be waste for Bigetron Alpha. So let's move into our game.
Oh!
And suddenly Fredo is being kidnapped in the middle lane.
Yeah, Dreams now trying to escape, but
Mid-
Lapu is too
It's
huge
too strong.
damage. Yeah,
Yes,
too
but
strong.
meanwhile, we see Matt with the Jet Kundo and also
Woo!
the Wave Dragon move away from Clay here, and Clay will be shut down in the mid lane. Wow.
Yep, trying to get the turtle. It's gonna be easy, I think, for the Bigetron to secure the turtle. But Fredo seems like to contest it. Nope. The Retribution selects it. Imperial Justice is connected to the Tigreal.
And also with the
Oh!
Deadline Magic that coming from Harley, it's really a good combo that coming from Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the kind of play that can't be played by Genflix Aerowolf. They're already losing Fredo twice, and it's not a good sign. Like we already mentioned at our previous show, maybe, right? Fredo can't be just a shutdown like that. He
Yeah.
can't just going dead, giving the point kill, giving the gold for Bigetron Alpha freely.
Yes, and especially we knew that actually it's only Tigreal that can sustain in the front line for Genflix Aerowolf. If Genflix Aerowolf they lose Fredo, it's pretty hard for the team fight. Because maybe if we talk about Rinasmi, Lapu-Lapu, okay, he has a damage, he has a defense as well. But if it's not a late game, it's gonna be hard for Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long run to get the team fight back to be dominating. But in the bottom lane, as if we can see, the tower defense still so strong. The
Genflix
bottom,
Aerowolf,
yes,
maybe try to play objectively
yeah.
in the bottom lane.
But the battle really need to farm first in the early since he was using Yusanshin, needs item of course.
Yes, item dependable as well.
Yep.
But Genflix Aerowolf with the diversion, where are you going? They are moving into the back line of Dreams, almost, but never enough for Genflix Aerowolf. And meanwhile, we can see that actually Sylvana is coming with the Imperial Justice. Key will fall down, and also there's a follow-up, a good follow-up that actually coming from Bigetron Alpha with the Shadow Kill coming from Hayabusa. But meanwhile, we see as well Fredo still managed to survive. Meanwhile, we see Marz is coming with the final blow, and also Phantom Slaughter coming from Benedetta. And meanwhile, oh my God,
Brands.
Brands, I think he needs to go back because Maxxx is still there with the Quad Shadow. And also what?
Whoop! Killing spree from Cho!
He tried
It
to
was a
play-
really good team fight over there, and right now Matt is trying to clear the minion. I think they're gonna be secure the second starter as well, but the Mountain Shocker has been poked up.
Well, I can say Matt is really good with the backup that he has though. I mean,
Yeah.
he's really good and his timing is so perfect. When Bigetron Alpha needs some help, he always coming in the right position as well.
Okay, so the first item for Benedetta is warrior boots, going into the brute force plate. So he really needs, or maybe one, to have a lot of movement speed,
Yes.
plus attack, physical and also magical defense.
Yes, but he needs to go back with the Imperial Justice. He took a lot of damage there coming from Marz here, but we need to take some highlight here maybe from Genflix Aerowolf. There's only one Purify that is coming from Clay.
Yeah, and in the top lane, one takedown, Lapu-Lapu. This is it. The Bigetron Alpha is dominating in the early. It's going to be a disaster if the Genflix didn't counter it or thinking about the way how to opposite the situation.
Yes, but if we talk about Bigetron Alpha, they don't have any Purify.
Yeah.
So Tigreal, Fredo is pretty easy to do an initiation or maybe an opening for Genflix Aerowolf to have a team fight here.
Yep.
Because there's no Purify as well for Bigetron Alpha, but meanwhile Fredo hitting a lot of damage coming from Harley. Maxxx, still one more, Shadow Kill towards Bottle and also Clay, but still managed to survive and going back with the quad Shadow.
You know, like we are seeing Marz as the Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marz is going for the Harley and he's just roaming around. So
Maybe he still need time, but meanwhile Imperial Justice is coming from Key.
Oh
Marz
my
cannot escape.
Oh.
This is what I said actually. Only Clay that have Purify. So even though Benedetta have eye from eye for the immune of the CC that coming from Bigetron Alpha, it's pretty hard for Marz to escape from the Imperial Justice.
Even from what I saw earlier, the Benedetta already give her a final blow, and it didn't save her as well.
Yeah, but Rinasmi still one more still have the bravest fighter here,
Oh,
and he will
Maxxx.
shut down Maxxx at the top lane. And Dreams is pretty late to save his teammate.
Yeah, Dreams right now is trying to scouting up to the turtle. Rinasmi trying to contest it with the Clay, and ooh, look at that, the Way of Dragon.
Yes, really on point towards Fredo here. But Key, okay, still managed to survive. Going back here a little bit, still want the objective. And the turtle
Ow.
is already being secured by Bigetron Alpha. Dreams with the injector,
the
pretty
choker.
good. Going towards the Rinasmi, but oh my god, the bravest fighter didn't hit towards Key just now.
Yeah, and Matt right now is going to up on Marz. Still can escape, of course. Benedetta hard to catch.
Yes, of course, I know. I hate this hero actually.
Benedetta, wow.
Yeah, but Bigetron Alpha is dominating right now in the current situation with the net worth, with the objective turret as well, right?
yeah, and
So
also
it's-
like the Harley is really hard to be catch, right?
Yes, with the deadly magic, with the space escape, it's gonna be maybe a combo.
Yeah, for 0 and 5, you know. For the Harley itself, so it's really hard to catch up. And let's see for the item Cho with the full damage item. Harley already going straight into the lightning truncheon.
Wow, so
Yeah.
he will have the combo into the late game right now, but he still managed to go back to survive from bronze. He didn't want to play aggressively actually. Maybe he just giving a poking deathmatch, waiting for the Bigetron Alpha, maybe from Cho or maybe from Jauhead to give an opening. But meanwhile, at the bottom line here, Marz, oh my god, being shut down by 3 members of Bigetron Alpha straight away.
Yeah, look at the combo, the lightning truncheon, glowing one.
Yeah.
Suddenly one member from Genflix Aerowolf is just poof, disappeared.
Disappear pretty fast, right?
And the poker trick from Harley already so much painful.
And
Yep.
Bigetron, actually this is really a good starting point for Bigetron Alpha. I mean, if we compare to Genflix Aerowolf, they are maybe pretty hard to
Catch up.
catch up, yes.
Yep.
Especially from the network as well. But
Oh.
Clay by himself.
Almost.
Really big but unstoppable force. They're coming from Dreams. Really want to lock Clay, but Clay still managed to survive. Meanwhile, the bottom lane in the river, Rinasmi got kidnapped by Matt. Really good. The Way of Dragon are coming from Matt.
Yeah. Bigetron almost take 2 players of Genflix Aerowolf, but thankfully he can escape successfully.
Yes. As we know, the Genflix Arrow, they secure Yisun Sin,
Yep.
right? For
And-
battle.
And right now, BTR already starts to take and secure the lore. Look at that, the Fredo trying to make a distraction there. But the damage too high. Monster kill even almost wake up. Only Bronze that left. Is this gonna be a wipeout? Who knows? Who knows? Diversion already go to the front of Bronze.
Where are you going? Oh, but I think he still managed to stay there, and Clay and Fredo actually already waiting for them. But Clay with the poker streak really on point. They're coming from Bronze here, but still one more with the deadly magic, and also oh my god, Renasmi still managed to survive. But Bronze, oh my god, can you escape?
Whoa.
No, it's gonna be a lot of pressure that coming from Marz and also Renasmi.
Yeah, a very nice play there by Bronze, stalling a lot of time, hitting two members from Genflix Aerowolf. They got to, and of course it by a lot of time, and they are waiting. He's waiting for his teammates to just respawn. He just buying a lot of time.
And I can say the team fight that actually happened just now in the Lord Pit is really good from Genflix Aerowolf because they know maybe they cannot contest the Lord. They just maybe try to force Bigetron Alpha to have a small team fight in the Lord Pit because they know that they cannot contest it. They just go for it. And with the combo actually coming from Loi and also Tigreal, this is what we talk about. This is what we discussed before. The combo, once it's connect, it's gonna be
a disaster.
A disaster for Bigetron Alpha, and it really happened. Marz with the Benedetta, he just coming with the final blow, and also the Phantom Slash.
And Marz, look at that, trying to go dive into the inhibitor turret again.
Yes, they cannot. They cannot try to maybe protect the auto turret here from Genflix Aerowolf, but with the diversion, maybe it could be a game changer here. But Dreams, oh my God, where are you going? Oh, he still can survive with the flicker. Really a good timing coming from Dreams.
But look at that, the Hayabusa is trying to steal or press the bottom lane of the Genflix Aerowolf. Trying to farm more, clearing minion, and from what I see, Genflix now, I don't know, there are only 5 rotation everywhere, like completely no split push.
Yes, I know. It's pretty hard. I mean, if we see Bigetron Alpha, I was pretty curious with Hayabusa that play in the side lane. Is it gonna work or not? But it's really worked well with Bigetron Alpha here. Because we know Hayabusa is pretty squeezy, right?
Yeah.
It can be kidnapped or it can be shut down with one combo or maybe with the ganking that coming from Genflix Aerowolf. But unfortunately, Hayabusa is pretty free.
Yeah, free
in
farming.
In our first game, right?
Because Harley's already done his part. He's already have the most highest DPS there, so Hayabusa have a lot of time. But something happened right now because Alpha, they're just being picked off. Cho is already gone.
The diversion from Luo is really, really hard to, I don't know, predict. They're stealing.
I'm saying that actually the diversion could be the game changer for Genflix Aerowolf. They just need to wait for the right moment to.
Yeah. They're just stealing all the member Bigetron Alpha one by one. It's bad. It's really bad for Bigetron Alpha if they didn't catch up. If they got steal all the time, it's gonna, I don't know.
It could be a comeback moment for Genflix Aerowolf, right? But meanwhile, there will be a pressure for Genflix Aerowolf in the top lane here. And Key, we really need to go back because Key could be a game changer as well for Bigetron Alpha once the Imperial Justice connect. With the combo from coming from Bronze or maybe coming from Maxxx as well as a Hayabusa. But I think it's pretty hard since maybe Hayabusa can do the split push, make a distraction for Genflix Aerowolf.
Yep, and right now Bigetron Alpha really, really got pressure. Have to defend the high ground, but look at that. One down, I guess. Fredo, yes, really easy to secure.
Yes, the Bigetron Alpha, they know their winning condition. They really need to shut down, or maybe they really need to separate Clay and also Fredo, right? Because the combo is coming from Loi and also Tigreal. And maybe if they cannot take 2 of them instantly, but they can like kidnap one by one. It's really a good move as well from Bigetron Alpha, right?
Renasmi trying to get to the budge, but I think Marz just noticed it just now.
It's just baiting Matt to go into him. So still good and fine. Max At the bottom lane, a 1v1 against Marz. I don't know who will win between both of these ninja here.
Maybe they just want to poking each other first. They really need to maybe waiting for the right momentum. But Lord is already being secured by Bigetron Alpha. Meanwhile, Clay just coming with the diversion by himself. And there's no full up they coming from Genflix Aerowolf. It's just pretty waste for them since they cannot contest it and they cannot take down the member of Bigetron Alpha. So they really need to wait for the Lord who already on his way at the top lane.
And it's been a second Lord for Bigetron Alpha. I think the Lord is more like going to the top lane and the BTR will be catching up for the Lord.
Yes, but Dreams only with the unstoppable force just trying to crush Fredo. But meanwhile at the bottom lane we see that actually Maxxx is pretty hard to do the split push here. Dreams with the ejector, who will you catch here? Oh, but it's missed! They're coming from Dreams just now and Mountain Shocker is just being popped up by Bottle here. Just need to make sure that Bigetron Alpha they fail with the push.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Mountain Shockers pop up for clearing the wave. I mean like a few maybe.
Oh, but the top turret it's pretty gone right now, but it's already being a good opening coming from Fredo. And just now Brunch was falling down as well, but because we can see that actually Key still managed to survive with the Imperial Justice. He needs to go back, but it's really hard for him to run away from the damage that coming from Bottle. Is pretty strong. Genflix Aerowolf, they finally success to get two members of Bigetron Alpha.
Wow, he almost managed to success with the flicker, right? Almost to success, but almost never enough. Look at that, look at that. Oh,
Winter Truncheon that coming for Clay, yes.
Save
And
the day.
it's pretty good, yes, for the time that coming from Clay, right? Because he knew that he cannot be kidnapped. Clay is the game or the key player for Genflix Arrow if they want to win this game. But meanwhile, Matt will going back.
Yes,
And
of
Dreams.
course.
Oh my god. It's pretty hard for Bigetron Alpha. We knew that Genflix Arrow, they are trying so hard to push it. But, Matt still managed to survive. Meanwhile, at the other lane here, Dreams trying to maybe giving a poking damage as well to Rinasmi. And maybe try to push Rinasmi away with his teammate here.
Ooh, Imperial Justice is connected to the Fredo. Fredo trying to escape, but the damage is too painful. One down, now 3 more, 4 more. Ooh, Matt with the burn. Yes, have to be slain.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1 versus 1 right here, 1 for 1. But I can say that actually the immortality they're coming from this is already fall down. And Bigetron Alpha, they are losing 2 members. They know they cannot force to have a team fight.
Yeah, and the bottom lane of the minions starting to get in the inhibitor turret. Maxxx trying to get one more secure kill to Rinasmi,
but it's gonna really good opening coming from Key with the Imperial Justice. But just now Rinasmi also coming in the good timing. Marz still managed to survive, but Rinasmi need to escape as well. But still one more from Bigetron and Bronze. Really have a good positioning there. And now it's gonna be a turn for Maxxx here to give a lot of damage, and he's gonna take down 2 members of Genflix Aerowolf. Bigetron Alpha, they finally success to get the condition back right now.
I think they finally found the moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean like Genflix Aerowolf, they should just run, but because there is some solidarity there. So he's going back, maybe just sharing the shadow kill, but it's just not enough. He's not tanky enough because already like going into the half HP. So yeah, it's a double point kill for Bigetron Alpha.
But still one more Dreams, you need to be careful.
Yeah,
because Brun still need to take the orange buff as well. And it's still like, trading kills between these two teams. They really need to find a good momentum, because I can say even though Bigetron Alpha success to get 2 lords and trying to push the base of Genflix Aerowolf, Genflix Aerowolf still managed to, or maybe have a chance to turn back the table as well.
Because Genflix Aerowolf, as we said before, had a Luoi and Yisunshin. It's like a strong high ground defense.
And especially Bigetron Alpha, they really need to be careful with the diversion that coming from Clay. It's gonna be a surprise, right, Talia?
Stealing one personal 1 by 1 from Bigetron Alpha. And now, as we can see, the Lord, nobody touch it. Everyone just wait.
Yeah.
I think they're just still waiting for it.
Yep.
Already Bloodwings for Brun
Harley,
here. For Brun. So we'll have a lot of tough times for Genflix Aerowolf. Do they really want to contest this? Third Lord, I mean, like, the diversion is really nice. Maybe they could try one more time.
Maybe,
If
but
it could hit the target, maybe like Genflix Aerowolf, they could win the game. They could
Yeah.
take the game instantly.
I think so. But I think Genflix Aerowolf, they really need to be careful, especially for Fredo, because Fredo always got kidnapped in the first place. And once they don't have Fredo, it's gonna be hard for them to maybe try to contest the team fight that Bigetron Alpha has, because maybe they only can try to, I can say, depends on the clay, right? Because only Loi can get giving a good
Yeah.
magical damage as well. So they really need to find a way how to kidnap Clay or maybe Fredo in the first place.
Yeah, and besides that, Clay is the most, unpredictable move from Clay. I think Clay is like arrange the team fight. If Genflix Aerowolf can get a pretty good team fight and dominating it.
Oh! Okay, I think it's gonna be a good opening that coming from Genflix Aerowolf. And Brands is not really
Oh
in a
my
good
God.
situation.
Oh
We
my
knew that
God.
actually Brands is gonna be a key, an important key for Bigetron Alpha, but he need to be taken down by Genflix Aerowolf in the first place. And this is gonna be a good opening for Genflix to get their Lord.
Yep, and right now Genflix, I think it's gonna secure the lore very, very successfully.
Yeah, but I don't know, Bigetron Alpha will try to contest it because they are trying to, trying to get Clay first. But Max, you really need to be careful because you are pretty low here. Key
Yep.
coming from behind, going to
Oh,
voodoo the
final
Imperial
blow.
Justice and the Lord is already being secured by Genflix Arrow with the retribution. But meanwhile,
Oh my
Dreams,
God.
it's gonna be wiped out. No,
No.
I think
No,
because
no.
Max is
Max.
still there, and Genflix Arrow, they really turned the table just now. They really secured the Lord, and even though battle,
Is this gonna be the end of the Bigetron Alpha in the first
it's
game?
gonna pretty hard for Brands and
Yeah.
also Max to
Yeah.
defend. But I don't know, will they try to defend? It's pretty hard because we knew that actually, the minion is still coming
There
from.
is no minion.
There's still a minion. Bigetron Alpha, maybe they can try to take a little bit
Yes.
time
Buying
to
time.
reset again, and Genflix will do the same thing.
Yes, gonna be on the space for Bigetron Alpha to defend the high ground and wait until all the personalities respawn.
But I think
the Lord now is coming.
yes, I think Clay and Rinas may want to finish it as soon as possible. They don't want to take any risk at all with the diversion rotation coming from Clay. He's trying to give a lot of magical damage. That's coming from Clay here, and the Lord is being successful to taken down by Bigetron Alpha, even though they really need to lose the turret base at the bottom lane.
Yeah, almost all the inhibitor turret of Bigetron Alpha is taken down, but now Marz
With the
inclusion.
flicker, but actually we see the key still have the winter truncheon. Still managed to survive. I think it's gonna be end for Bigetron Alpha. No, because Genflix Aerowolf, they already lose the Easons in here. And also 1-for-1 Matt will gone as well. But as we can see, the key is still managed to survive. Marz also down here. It's gonna be a dangerous situation for Genflix Aerowolf. There's still one more. Bigetron Alpha, they really want to catch up. And the diversion, is it gonna make Clay survive without Fredo? But meanwhile, the implosion they coming from Fredo. Fredo is still tanky, but he managed to take down Fredo.
Yeah. Just so unfortunate for Fredo. He's just being tossed away from the diversion. So still good and fine because we are going into the very late game. So the 6th item is already done for both of this team. This will become like the communication and also the positioning, whether they will try to take the 4th Lord or maybe they will try to aim fast for the game.
I didn't expect that actually our first game gonna be a super duper late game here.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think that Bigetron Alpha are going to wait for the Lord.
Again,
Yeah.
I think they have to because the high ground is pretty strong for Genflix Arrow. They
I
have
don't know.
Loi,
Yeah.
they have Marz as well, right? With the Phantom Slash, with the
Final blow.
final blow as well for Marz. It's pretty easy for them to clear the minion as soon as possible.
But if they're waiting for the next Lord, is the Loi? I don't know. Maybe Loi managed to success stealing it, but
Oh my
What?
God.
Okay, it's gonna be a good situation for Bigetron Alpha because they know Clay is the
No.
most annoying hero in Genflix Aerowolf. They really They know that actually without any rotation, without any dispersion, there's no magical damage that's actually coming from Genflix Aerowolf.
I just said it before from the Louis, and Louis just taken down.
Yeah, it's really a perfect timing, Talia.
Yeah.
But now I think there will be a pressure that coming from Bigetron Alpha, from the bottom lane, from the top lane here. A lot of super minions that actually coming. But meanwhile, as we can see, Key is so tanky. I think he need to go back for member, really trying to take him down. But Key still managed to survive with the flicker. But meanwhile, as we can see, Marz with the the Way of Dragon is pretty hard to catch up or maybe to kidnap one member from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah, and 4 members left from the Aerowolf, and right now Clay is going to respawn back. I think Bigetron Alpha have to, I mean, I don't know. I don't suggest them to press the team fight, in my opinion. Because I already had a Lord.
Yeah, but I think they really need to contest this one though.
Yeah.
I mean, just go YOLO for it.
I think this is the last Lord.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like his Sun is already changing his item. He's going for the Beast Killer here.
Wow.
Not for the Raptor Machete because he need defense also. All of the, I mean like his opponent is really strong right now and a very missed implosion there.
Yeah, but still managed to survive actually from Bigetron Alpha from the implosion that actually been opened by Fredo. But meanwhile, Marz is trying to targeting Key. And we knew that actually Cho from Bigetron Alpha, they really he just need to buying some time for the teammate to maybe contest the Lord, because we knew this is actually is an important Lord for both teams.
Yeah, I guess this is gonna be the last Lord. That's why Frido and Dreams, both of them are waiting in the Lord area. Meanwhile, Marz is trying to clear in the wave, in the bottom wave. But Renasmi as well, clearing back the minion of the Bigetron. Oh, the Lord is going to be poked from the battle. Is the Dreams going to be rushed or going to be, I don't know, wait.
Okay, so the Lord here is just being poked by Genflix Aerowolf. They don't want to make another mistakes. So this is very well like a do or die situation for both of these teams. They really need to get the 4th Lord, and whoever could pick off one hero could stand the chance and win the first game.
I think so. Yeah, it depends on the momentum though.
Yeah, one pick hero is really comfortable for them.
Maybe like a surprise opening that coming from Fredo or maybe Key.
Yeah, diversion. Okay.
Yeah, maybe with, or maybe the flicker that coming from Tigrel and also Sylvana.
Yeah, Sylvana and Tigrel is playing a lot of like opportunity here.
But if let's say Clay using the diversion, he goes into the random ambush here. It could be I don't know, a boomerang as well for him, right? Maybe once he goes like to the wrong bush.
If you're going wrong, you will lose the game.
Yeah.
If you're going it correctly, you will win the game.
Especially if he come by himself.
Yeah. like we saw, right? We always like he's just going in like, oh, wow, he's just all alone, but luckily he's still alive.
Yeah, luckily he still managed to survive, right? So I think it's gonna be a long waiting for
The Lord.
these two teams to get the Lord, right? Because I don't know, or maybe Matt or maybe Renasmi can make a distraction maybe with the split push.
Yeah, they want to pick off Matt here, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, they
All
already
of them.
trying to set up, but still waiting. And I think it's gonna be, I don't know. I think there should be one person that really need to take a risk, but I don't know what will gonna be, because if you fail with the setup, it's gonna be end.
Yeah,
We
please
know
not.
there's no best start as well.
You know, like we are seeing Fred like 0, 8, and 18 assists there.
Okay, yeah, Fredo. But he's really good with the implosion, I can say.
Yeah, implosion with the splitter is
setup.
really on point, right? So opening a lot of chances for Genflix Aerowolf. So
Yeah, and
maybe we should wait for another couple of minutes here
yeah, and
before they take the.
I can say Genflix Aerowolf, maybe they have an advantage since they have Yusun Sin with the Mountain Shocker, right? So he can use it to check the position of Bigetron Alpha. So maybe it's pretty hard for Bigetron Alpha to hide inside the bush.
Yeah, but if we take a look for the damage, actually Bronze has the highest damage.
Yes, that's true. Now I think Maxx, okay, Maxx still can manage to survive with the quad shadow here. And that's what actually Hayabusa need to do when a lot of people try to chase him, try to take him down.
Yeah, and right now Renasmi is trying to clearing the wave, but Bronze and Dreams in the other side is waiting. No, ternyata Fredo.
Yes,
Fredo.
and I think they still won't try to make a good opening here from Genflix Aerowolf. But I see it's okay. I can say that they already used a lot of resource skill here. So maybe they have to wait it again, reset it again, and I don't think a lot of things that can Maxx do here. They just need to buying time again, split push again at the top lane because we knew that Maxx is pretty squeezy here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a never-ending story if neither from both of these teams want to make a move. So we are in a very stalemate position.
Yes.
Whoever wants to commit and have the pick of, they will like 80% win the game, but right now Maxx is not in a very good position. He's being chased by Marz right now. Maxx, where are you going right now, Maxx?
Oh my god, oh my god,
already
oh my god,
waiting,
Maxx.
but there's no quad shadow coming from Maxx here, and he will be shut down at the top lane just now. We knew that actually it's pretty hard for Hayabusa to run away without the quad shadow.
Alright, so the opening here coming in from Genflix and Aerowolf. They already pick up Maxx. That's what are we talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 4v5. They will take the 4th floor.
They should take the chance though actually.
Yeah, unfortunately Maxx is getting stilled, and right now Bottle is starting the Lord.
Yes, and Clay still can giving a burst damage, a burst magical damage here from behind. So Bigetron Alpha, they really need to be careful. See, even though Key, as the tank of Bigetron Alpha, he still managed to get the painful damage coming from Clay with the diversion and also rotation. But Dreams, I still want to take a chance. No, he just used the ejector, and even though the unstoppable force, but I think Bigetron Alpha, he wants to try to YOLO it.
Really?
But Key, oh my god, the Imperial Justice didn't manage to stall the Lord.
No.
And Lord is already being taken down by Genflix Arrow.
Shut
Meanwhile,
down.
yes, Key is also being shut down, and it's really not a good situation for Bigetron Alpha, Talia.
Yes, I think this is the moment. This is the moment for the Genflix to end this. But Dreams right now is trying to escape, but no, the damage is too huge from the 4th member of Genflix Aerowolf.
Meanwhile,
in the other side, Fredo is going to get killed from the shadow kill. Still had an immortal trying to escape. Bronze too, getting catched by the Marz.
Yes, but meanwhile, Bottle is already waiting for him at the back line, and Brands is shouted on as well. I think it's gonna be a game GG for Genflix Aerowolf because it's pretty hard. Lord is already on his way in the middle lane. Matt and also Max, I don't think they have a lot of damage that can try to clear up the minion. It's gonna be wiped out for Bigetron Alpha and Genflix Aerowolf. They managed to get their first game here.
Congratulations,
Good game, everyone.
of course, for Genflix Aerowolf for taking the first game. Even so, we are seeing like they are not in a good condition at the early game. Okay,
A lot of trading kills as well.
yes, a lot of trading kills, a lot of surprise as well coming in from the diversion from Loyi, but a very huge mistakes coming in from Maxx there. He's just split from his teammates. He's being chased 4 against 1. It's really hard, and he's being picked off. That's why we are seeing the Lord, the 4th Lord, is going to the hand for Genflix Aerowolf, and they are taking the first game.
Yeah, even I didn't expect that Genflix is going to win the game. Since in the last team fight, in the second last team fight, when the Luo is taken down, I think the Bigetron also going to push it.
I think, Bigetron should try to use their chance, right, to maybe push. Well, actually they did, but the problem is the the high ground is pretty strong for Genflix Aerowolf as well with the Beneta, right? With the final blow, with
and
the Phantom Slash as well.
With Loyi also, right? The high ground is really strong.
Yi Sun Sin with the Mountain Shocker. I mean, it's pretty hard for Bigetron as well to maybe straight away push to take down the best of Genflix Arrow because they really need to waiting for Tigreal. Right, or the implosion, because once they won't maybe trying to do a straight push from Bigetron Alpha side, it's pretty hard if Tigreal still have an implosion. It's gonna be like a boomerang for them.
Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, GG everyone. Genflix is winning the first game. Is the second game BT are going to, I don't know, show the teeth?
I
Like
know.
winning the game for the 2-1 maybe, like Omwawa said.
Yeah,
I have a feeling though Bigetron still have a chance.
yeah, that's why
we
I'm saying,
knew-
right? 2-1.
Okay. It's gonna be a curse from Omawa.
No!
actually-
But it is a very close game.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
A very close game.
almost Bigetron Alpha. They almost took the first point here. With we knew that their fast
Yep.
rotation as well in the early phase with the Sylvana, Jauhead, Hayabusa. He just need to concentrate in his lane, right, to do
Yeah.
the split push. But it's pretty hard once you have a like 3 versus 5 team fight. It's gonna be a little bit harder for Bigetron Alpha because Cho and maybe Hayabusa, they will try to make a distraction by the
Yeah.
split push, right?
He's trying to get the splits, but he's just going too deep inside the territory of Genflix Aerowolf. That's why he's got punished, and after that, the Lord is just there.
Yeah.
It's a 4v5. Even so, we are seeing like Bigetron Alpha, they are trying. They still try to contest the Lord because they know that if this Lord goes into the hand for Genflix Aerowolf, they will surely lose.
Yes.
Yeah, and because they are just committed inside of it,
But
they
that's
are
right.
they are also losing key.
Yeah.
So they are forcing, right?
Yeah, they are forcing.
So there's no initiator as well. They're coming from
Yes.
Bigetron Alpha once they lose Sylvana, right? And I can say Genflix Aerowolf, they have a lot of advantage here because they have Loi and then they also have Yison Sin, so they can try to make, I mean, like the vision. It's pretty good for Genflix Aerowolf because they have the Mountain Shocker,
Yeah.
and Loi also can check with the diversion as well,
Yes.
right? Even though she doesn't need to teleport, but I think that's why Bigetron Alpha, their movement is kind of limited here.
Yeah, I mean like early phase is really nice, but they can't close the game. Why? Because there is low Yi, the high ground advantage, the high ground defense from Genflix Aerowolf is really strong. We are seeing like they are being raided at first. Their inhibitor is already gone, but they just counter attack.
Yeah,
They win the counter and they take all of the inhibitor.
yes, and there's no maybe one hero that can actually sustain in the team fight for the late game in Bigetron Alpha. I
Yeah.
can say because there's no Esmeralda, there's no maybe Yuzong. Maybe it's already being banned by Genflix Aerowolf. We don't know, right? From the ban and pick. So they need to use Hayabusa for the split push, and it's pretty, I can say, risky for them.
And also like if you're seeing about the heroes is from Bigetron Alpha,
Yeah,
all of them is just a single target hero.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Not enough like area damage like Tigreal, like Loi, and also like
Yuzong.
Benedetta.
Yes,
Yeah, they are not even picking Yuzong
Yeah,
right
I
here.
think they have banned it, or I don't
think
know, because I didn't see Yuzong. Even the Black Dragon form is really useful.
yes, and this is the item build. Omo, please take it.
Yes, and let's see about the item build for sale. I mean, like it's already like 30 minutes mark, so it's a buy and sell item.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's see what kind of item that they build right now. As for the Harley itself, Marz is doing it really nice from the early game. He's done all of his homework. His teammates also is being he helped a lot of from the early game, but yeah, we know that Harley going into the late game is not good enough.
It's gonna fall off.
It's
right?
gonna fall
The
off. Why?
damage.
Because there is the Athena Shield, there's
If-
the Oracle,
Yeah,
there
the
is
breastplate as well.
brute
even
force
though you,
breastplate.
even though you have the blood wings.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, even though there is blood wings, right? He's tanky enough, but yeah,
But the
Harley.
problem is the damage is not enough as well for Harley.
Yes, and like from Genflix and RRQ, they have Yison Shin for the late game insurance, and also they have Benedetta. Even though like we are saying like Benedetta is not the damage output is not good
Yes.
or maybe high enough for the late game, but it's still really hard to catch up with Benedetta.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
can catch Benedetta. Like we already discussed before before the game start. If Genflix Aerowolf they can secure Benedetta, maybe from Bigetron Alpha they really need one instant hero that can lock Benedetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That-
why I think
that is
they picking Sylvana.
Yeah, but it's not enough,
Yeah,
right?
it's not enough.
And this is the post-match Omoa.
Yes, and for the post-match scene, we are seeing like 3 turtles fall into the hand of Bigetron Alpha. So they are leading a very far away from the early game, but they can't close the game yet because there is a surprise attack. There is Loyi with the diversion.
Yes.
which like make, oh my, there is a surprise attack, and we are seeing like Bigetron, they try to attack the Lord, but suddenly like 4 members from Genflix AERWOLF, they just move with the diversion there, so they just counter attack everything there. And if we are seeing from the draft there, Yisun Shin is the first pick for Genflix AERWOLF.
Yes, it's
So, yeah, pick or ban. It's a pick or ban.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
just
pick
like
or
okay, you only have one option there. You're gonna take it or you're gonna leave it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be an answer as well for Genflix Arrow because they knew maybe Bigetron Alpha they also didn't secure any one late game hero such as Marksman maybe because Cloud is already being banned for Genflix Arrow as well. Bigetron Alpha they don't have much option here.
Yeah. I actually wonder why Bigetron Alpha picking up on Harley.
So they could win the early game.
Harley is really
Yeah.
good for
He's
the
really
burst
good.
I
damage.
mean, why not Marksman?
I'm kinda maybe I think it should be for Hayabusa. I mean, why you pick Hayabusa
If you have
can?
Harley.
Yes, especially you can pick Marksman. It's much better for you.
Yeah, right.
Like when
Yeah.
maybe we
I
didn't
mean, like-
see any when.
Because on Alpha, they want to play this game early game, so they don't
Yeah.
want to bring the game into the late game.
Yep.
But we are seeing the late game, 30 minutes mark.
More.
Straight
Three
away 30
minutes
minutes
mark
in our
and-
first game.
Yes, it's still the opening for our MPL season 7.
Yes, and this is our MVP. I think.
Yes.
Me.
Rinasmi with the lapu-lapu is really strong.
Yeah.
Early game.
Yeah.
He is the one who is bringing Genflix AERWOLF still have the hope to win the game.
The opportunity,
yes,
right?
the opportunity there.
The chance as well coming from Rinasmi.
Yeah, because Lapu-Lapu had a good sustain with a huge damage.
Yeah.
And from what I see, he by Queen Swing. So the lifesteals, there's no counter from the lifesteal.
And also like I'm seeing like Imperial Justice is hitting his teammates. He's
Yeah.
jumping inside of the Imperial Justice just to save his teammates, even though he know like the gain life from Sylvana is really fast. But still the damage is already done from Rinasmi. Like he's shutting down also Hayabusa from Maxxx. He's shutting
Yeah.
him down at the top lane.
Yeah.
So very nice one from Rinasmi, and he deserves to become the MVP.
In my own opinion, I think Bigetron they are maybe just because of the draft I can say.
Yeah.
If you pick Baxia, maybe
Maybe you can
it
win.
will be better
Yeah.
as well because we knew Lapu Lapu, Benedetta as well with the lifesteal here. And Yisun Sin we knew that if you bring this into the late game, the opponent they really need to have one really tanky hero
Yeah.
to at least become the
Yeah, the
become-
main-
yes
the main
become the
tanker.
main tanker here. So it will be much better for Bigetron Alpha for the team fight. But sadly they only have Sylvana and Jauhead. Once they gone,
Boom.
okay,
Yes.
it's gonna be
I
a
agree with
hard
that.
situation for Bigetron Alpha.
Since the Hayabusa in the late games, like from what I see, Hayabusa is like hard to stealing the damage or giving the damage for the Genflix personal. I mean Luoyi, I know Luoyi is really soft, low HP, but Luoyi is always in the back front.
Yeah, his position is pretty good from Clay.
Yeah.
I mean no one can catch Luoyi pretty good because you know once you want to jump with the Imperial Justice maybe from Key, he really need to pass Trigger first.
Yes,
Right.
and also like he's already positioning himself behind the Tigreal.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's why it's really hard to catch up with Clay.
Yes.
And so like he's playing inside of the bush.
And I can say Rinasmi really did a good job here by trying to targeting in the backline, such as Harley, right? Because Harley will stay in the backline because
Yep.
we knew Bigetron they have a lot of hero that actually want to go into the front line of Genflix Arrow, such as Sylvana, Jauhead, right, and Cho.
Yeah.
These three hero really need to be close into the opponent side.
If you're seeing like the point kill there, it's 26 and also like 26, so it's just still the
Balance.
same. Yeah, it's still the balance, but I mean like early game it's in the hand of Bigetron Alpha, and after that, Genflix AeroWolf, they are playing it like sneaky, really sneaky there with the diversion. Just turning around the table with the diversion there. We are seeing like 3 members, 4 members even down from Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, I'm just unfortunately Bigetron they came with maybe kind of weak draft ban and pick I can say. Hayabusa is pretty squeezy, right? Then after that Harley need item, they're actually pretty good. I mean, if you bring this into the late game, while Harley is really good with the magical damage, but the problem is it's gonna fall off.
Yeah.
If you are bring this into the super duper late game,
Yeah.
around like 20 minutes maybe, Harley is not effective,
Not
Yeah.
enough. Not even. In the main early, Harley damage with the poker trick is a huge damage given.
Especially Bigetron,
Yeah.
they don't have any pure revive.
Yeah.
So once the Grail coming with the implosion, no one can escape. Maybe if
Yeah.
Harley still have the space escape, it's really need to be used in the right timing. Okay, but if they don't have it, and let's say if Sylvana got the implosion as well, will he just use the Imperial Justice to escape?
yeah,
That's
I don't
gonna
know.
be a question as well.
For the BTR, the only hero that had the skill as capability is only Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a win-win situation for the Tigreal.
Yeah, and no purify. I think it's pretty hard for Bigetron
Yeah.
Alpha to
And also
run.
like I think like Tigreal is just aiming to get the Hayabusa there.
Yeah.
Once he get the Hayabusa, or maybe he hit the jackpot, he hit the Harley, and it's really nice for Genflix Aerowolf.
Actually, Bigetron Alpha draft is pretty good for in the early phase, but once you go for the like 15 minutes
15
or maybe
minutes.
20 minutes game, it's pretty fall off because Harley, we know that it's not effective enough, and maybe Jawhead is not tanky as a Tigreal here with Lapu Lapu as well with the lifesteal, right? Cho, I don't know, because the Cho just now we saw with the Blade of Despair and also the Blade of Heptasis, right? So the damage that coming from Cho maybe is pretty painful, but it's never enough, like 1 versus 5.
Yeah,
It's
and
pretty hard.
especially like Cho is a melee hero, right? He
yeah.
should be in range of Loyi if he want to use the Way of the Dragon.
Yeah, like
Which is, we know, like Loyi is being guarded by Tigreal,
yeah.
Lapu Lapu. So everybody's just guarded the Loyi.
Yes.
So it's really hard. It's really hard to get the backlane out of Genflix Aerowolf.
Maybe they really need to respect for Clay. I
Clay,
can say,
yeah.
with his gameplay. We know from the previous season, Clay also is a rising star for Genflix Aerowolf. Really need to respect by the way how he play his hero, right? With Loi, maybe with Selena,
Yeah,
Loyi, Selena, Parsha,
Chang'e as well.
Yeah, Chang'e.
Right.
I think Loye
And also
has
Sicilian.
Yeah,
To be, what?
Sicilian.
Oh,
Sicilian,
Sicilian.
Yeah, we saw that in the previous season.
Yeah.
I think Loye have to get banned. I mean,
Yeah.
Loye is really, I don't know, annoying hero.
Yeah, and if you know that actually if your opponent have a lifesteal hero such as Lapu Lapu maybe or Yuzong, you really need to counter it. You really need to be ready with it. Like maybe you have to take Baxia in the first place
Correct.
so it can be countered easily, or maybe you have to prepare for your Nichols of Durance as the
Yeah.
first item.
Baxia better. I mean, like Baxia could just make your economy more better because you can buy like the attack item first
Yeah.
before going into the NOD, or maybe like deadly blade
Yeah, Deadly Blade with the
Yeah.
Sea Halberd maybe.
with the
Yeah,
sea halberd, because it's just wasting one slot, right?
Yeah, you don't have to buy NOD in the early.
Yeah.
Just
Even though you still have to buy at the mid game, late game, but at the early game,
in the end.
yeah, but in the end, yeah, it doesn't even matter, right?
Okay, let's move on into our second game here because Bigetron, they still have a chance. We knew that in our first game, it's almost like quite a fair game for both teams because maybe they're just losing their momentum, but I don't think Bigetron Alpha, they will just give up like that in our second game.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be interesting, and I hope BTR will learn from the B and pick more better.
Yep. And as we can see, Genflix still become our first pick, our second game. Bigetron, Brody, Sylvana, and Yusen Sin for Genflix Aerowolf.
Wow, they let go of Brody instead of they are
Yeah.
banning Yusun Shin, if I'm not mistaken, right?
And actually, what happened just now?
Okay,
they
so-
just left Yusen Sin and Brody in the same place.
Yeah. So
yeah.
they
Marksman.
No, oh wait. Actually, it's for Bigetron, is it?
Bigetron is playing Brody, Sylvana,
Yeah.
and also Yusun Shin. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Pakuito, Matilda, and Harit for Genflix Aerowolf.
Okay, it's pretty
So we are
interesting.
seeing like the marksman here, the OP one, Brody, and also we already like mentioned, right? It's Yusun Shin, and again this is Yusun Shin plus Brody.
Okay.
Two overpower hero.
It's
two
already
marksman.
strong enough
Yeah.
though. I don't know what will happen later, how the setup. But remember, Brody I don't know. What do you think of Brody in the late game, Omwala?
Brody in the late game is not good.
So it's gonna
not
fall
good.
off?
It's really going to fall off, but there is season shift.
Okay.
There is still the answer for Bigetron Alpha. So I mean, like I like the Bigetron Alpha draft right now because they have their main damager is just there. Meanwhile, I don't know about the Pakuito, right? With Harit here, Harit going into the side lane, and also with Pakuito.
But I don't know. How about Harit become the jungler? I mean, we saw a lot of jungler Harit right now in our current meta, current situation. But Harit, I can say if you bring into the 20 minutes game, will Harit fall off?
Nope. Harit is really good, especially going like he's facing Brody, he's facing Yusun Shin, and also like there is Sylvana, right?
Yep.
So with the Zaman Force, both of these heroes can't escape easily. They will have a lot of time. So yeah, whenever Bigetron Alpha, they want to make a skirmish, they want to make a mini fight. So they should commit.
Okay.
They can't just I want to just poke and just move backwards again. They can't do that. They should commit if they are facing Harit.
Yeah, but are Genflix going to pick upon Bruno because they're already a shadow pick on Bruno, or they managed to get the tank first?
Yeah, Tiger is still there if they want to use it for Genflix Aerowolf.
Harley? Another Harley, wow.
Okay.
Okay, so this will become like the Harley for the jungler. Okay. And also like we are seeing Matilda, Harit, also Harley. These three heroes is the mage. It's magic damage. So the early phase, it will hit hard for Bigetron Alpha. Okay, until there is like the magic resistance, maybe the Curse Helm, maybe the Athena Shield, maybe the Oracle. But other than that, we are seeing like the 4 minutes mark. Genflix Aerowolf, they should maximize their hero potential there.
Okay, it's pretty interesting right now. And okay. Oh, Uranus? Okay, we are going to see Uranus for Bigetron Alpha here.
In the second
Confirm.
match.
Yes, but they still need one. Yes, magical damage they're coming from Chang'e. Meanwhile, Genflix Aerowolf, who will you pick? Because you need one tank here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Hilda.
Hilda? Ooh.
Yep, I think Genflix going to, I don't know, rush the buff.
They want to play this as aggressive as they can. They have Hilda. They have Matilda as well, the burst damage with the Soul Bloom.
Yep.
And also they have like Harley for the level 4 with the Deadly Magic.
Also Bruno with the huge damage penetration, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. How will it be? Because we knew that Bigetron, they have two overpowered hero here, Yisunsin and also Brody.
Yeah, but remember that Brody and also Yusun is the marksman. So they are just squishy enough
Yes.
for Harley to go inside for the early game.
After level 4, maybe
After level 4,
he's having his deadly magic, right?
Yes.
So let's see, how will Genflix Aerowolf trying to make the maximum their performance in the early phase, because they're having Harit, they have Harley as well. After level 4, this hero can do a lot of rotation and giving damage to Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, and Fredo is going to be in the mid lane, waiting for the Bash. Rinasmi in the other side, with going to Uranus. Okay, confront with the Uranus in the bottom lane. Fredo with the Hilda as usual, trying to distraction the boss.
Yes, this is what we want actually. We already expect that Genflix Aerowolf, they will play aggressively.
Yep.
And Brands already secure his purple buff without any distraction that actually Fredo can do much here. And Key, okay, this is actually it's quite interesting. So it's, it's actually still using the assassin. Yep.
Okay, right now Clay and Fredo trying to get the orange buff. But look at that, the damage that Fredo taken from the drum.
Yes, it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty painful in the early phase. And meanwhile, we knew that actually now Fredo is being shut down in the buff.
Yes.
I think he played too much there. He's playing by himself, and I mean, like, okay, we knew that Hilda is quite tanky. It's quite pretty strong in the early phase, but if you facing 3 people, I think it's pretty hard for him as well to have a sustain.
Yeah, and from the player gold, now the highest gold is on the Marz as the Harit. But Key, look at that, the low HP. I was afraid that only one hit from the Fredo it's going to get the Key back, but no. Key's desire to recall first, recharge the HP,
Yes,
of course.
I think he doesn't want to take any risk as well because Bigetron Alpha they already shut it down Hilda in the first place. Oh, but meanwhile Marz, oh my god, look at the damage coming from Dreams. It's so painful. The spiral strangling they coming from Sylvana.
Yep, the early spiral strength is already enough to get all the member like, oh my god, I need to get back.
Yes.
But right now, Fredo again
the
is
stun.
going to get the
Another kill.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hilda shut it down for 2 times right now.
Okay, and Genflix Aerowolf, they can't just do anything like that anymore. Because like we know Fredo playstyle,
Yes.
if sometimes he's just going inside instead of the budge and getting pick off one
Well, actually that's
after
the risk
another.
though.
Yeah, there's the risk there, and they can't play like this one after they are being picked off. So they should just chill. They should just maybe laning phase. They should go into the landing phase. Maybe just do his item 1 or 2.
I think so. But they really need to be careful though, since Bigetron Alpha they are leading with 3 points in the early phase, which is pretty good. We know that in the first game, it's also the same thing for Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, but look at that, the Zaman versus now open. The Imperial Justice is used to be escaping, but now the barrier is saving Dreams.
Yes, almost, but never enough for Dreams. But Bottle, oh my god, with the deadly magic!
Okay, no more hope, I think.
Oh, still have the seal!
Wow, the barrier saved the day, man!
Yes, Dreams, but meanwhile, Key not really in a good position as well. Talia almost got kidnapped by Genflix Aerowolf.
Oh my god, I was surprised. The barrier saved her.
Yeah, I mean like a very wasting opportunity for Genflix Aerowolf.
Yep.
They committed going into the 4-man dive at the top lane, and yeah, they are leaving Yisun Shin, getting the farm there at the mid lane. Nobody is just chasing for the Yisun Shin.
Well, actually, it's stealing time quite long though. And Key here still managed with the torn apart memory, but meanwhile, Rinasmi with the jab on point, straight away taken down.
Oh, the Imperial Justice going to be escaped. Oh, I think it's I don't know, just why the Imperial Justice have to be the escape skill.
Yes, and as we can see here, maybe it's time for Genflix Aerowolf if they want to giving a pressure a little bit to Genflix Aerowolf, since they are losing their momentum in the early phase.
Yep.
So maybe they really need to find a good timing if once like they lose or they taken down one member from Bigetron, they can go for more.
Yeah, I agree with that. And from what I see, there is gonna be a war that the Imperial Justice connect to the clay. One down, Sylvana. Oh my god. Ooh,
Oh
just
my god.
taken down like that.
Yes, Dreams. We know that actually maybe it's the time for Bigetron Alpha. But the problem is there's no follow-up, there's no backup from Bigetron Alpha just now. So maybe he really needs to be careful, and maybe he needs to wait for the teammate as well.
Yep, and the Fredo is 1-for-1 with the Matt, but managed to escape. And right now, Matt is going to be gang for 4 people, 4 personnel of the Genflix Aerowolf. The poker trick. No, the damage is too, I don't know, Uranus to sustain.
Yes. And as we can see also, Wawa, you know that actually Genflix Aerowolf, they are pretty strong in the early phase, right? Since they have Harley, they have Harit as well. After level 4, they can do a lot of rotation.
Yes.
But the problem is they are getting pressured by Bigetron Alpha.
Yes, and also like apparently there is the Pakuito also, right? I mean, Bigetron Alpha, they are not seeing, like he is opening with the Imperial Justice, and suddenly there is the follow-up coming in from Pakuito as well. But look at this one, a very nice gang once again from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yes, they do a lot of ganging, but Dreams coming with the Imperial Justice and also still strangling towards Fredo. And also one member they coming from that actually for Genflix as well, it actually is done. They really cannot do a lot of maybe counter, because we know Dreams can come anytime that he wants though, with the Spiral Stringer, with the Imperial Justice. Marz really needs to be careful, because we knew actually Marz, this Harit, really need to maybe control the Chrono Dash and also the Synchro Vision.
Yeah, and he had to get the item first. The turn up apart memory has been pop up, and right now I think Genflix trying to press the top lane so they can get the secure. But wow, the good escape moment
Again.
from Sylvan and Pearl Justice.
Yes, again and again, actually, the momentum they coming from Dreams here. Clay, oh my god, you dive too much in the turret, actually, but
no.
Dreams is trying to survive and waiting for Bronze to rotate it into the top lane. With the Mountain Choker actually being popped up here, trying to giving a damage towards Battle just now.
Yeah, I think the Bigetron Alpha from the pick with 2 marksmen, it's getting them like, I don't know, confused. Like, where do I have to start? Because low HP and unfortunately the turtle have been secured with Chang'e.
Yes, with Marz here with really a good meteor shower, but now we knew that actually Dreams is really trying to make a good opening for Bigetron, but it's not enough because he knew that actually Maxxx, he doesn't have any meteor shower, he just used it just now. And Bronze, I think still need time, a lot of time to get his item.
Yeah, and Brody already have the BOD, just 1 item damage in the early. I think it's enough because, yeah, as we know, Brody already had a huge damage from the basic attack.
Yeah, and he is playing Brody, you know, like a different playstyle. First I think that this Brody is the support one.
I think it's gonna be a Brody tank.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
suddenly it's becoming like the damage.
Yeah, it's still using the killing spree
Yes.
emblem as well for Brody, right?
Mhm.
But Matt, okay, still one more. He got stunned, and Rinasmi not able to survive at the top lane because he knew Key is pretty painful with the turn apart memory, and Matt also is quite tanky.
Yeah, look at that, the Fredo. Fredo HP is like, oh my god, where do I have to go? But managed to escape with the flicker. What
Almost.
a good moment.
Yes, well, really a good movement as well coming from Fredo. He knew that he cannot
Yep.
he cannot be taken down because he still need to gather his stack. He only still have like 5 stacks just now.
Yeah, the Uranus had to gather his stack to manage him still, I mean, sustain, right? The Mountain Chokers pop up to open the map, I guess. The Yi Sunshin still on the mid lane trying to protect the turret.
Yes, and if we see, actually Bigetron Alpha, they are leading in the objective turret here. Genflix Aerowolf, they only secure 1 turret at the moment. But Bigetron Alpha, same like in the first game. They are leading in the early game, right?
Yeah, they are
But-
still leading, but I'm seeing like Genflix Aerowolf, they are leading.
Uh-oh.
But because of Alpha, they could take the fight as well.
Yes, as we can see that Genflix Aerowolf, they are pretty good by finding a good momentum for them to turn the table down. But I think Marz, oh my god, Key still managed to get revenge for his teammate at the bottom lane just now.
Yes, I think the Genflix right now is trying to secure the top lane, stealing objective.
This is what I'm saying actually. Genflix Aerowolf, they know what they have to do. They really know that actually with the split push here. And Genflix Aerowolf is one of the team that actually can, or maybe always, to bring this game into the late game. Meanwhile, Dreams, Imperial Justice, still managed to survive from Clay because he still have the Purify. And 2 Purify for Genflix Aerowolf. Meanwhile, Bigetron Alpha, only Uranus used the Purify.
Yeah, only 1 more hit in the middle turret of the Genflix being secured by the Bigetron Alpha, but there is no minion. I think Marz trying to escape with the Synchro Vision, but I don't know. Okay, still managed to survive.
But Fredo, yes, use the flicker, need to go back, but look at that with the Southern Eagle, and also Fredo cannot escape. And even though Clay, he need to run away, you know, he gets being chased by Matt here. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Bronze is pretty free at the backline here. Double point for Bottle as well. But they need to remember, actually, they still have Bronze.
Yeah, the Matt's trying to distract the Rinasmi, but no, Rinasmi is to sustain Raider. I think this is a moment for Bigetron Alpha to secure the Lord, isn't it?
Yes, and I actually am pretty curious. Is there any Necklace of Duran for Genflix Aerowolf? Because, you know, Uranus is pretty strong with the lifesteal. So they really need to be careful. Genflix Aerowolf, they are trying so hard to win this game as soon as possible because they also knew that actually they don't have any. Well, maybe they don't have any marksman in their lineup though.
Yeah. Then there's the team fight now. The Uranus, the Meteor Shower is giving the damage, but look at that, the Genflix, the personal and the tanker, the frontliner of the Genflix is to sustain.
Yes, and there's no Chang'e, there's no Meteor Shower that actually can steal the Lord here. But I think still one more from Genflix Aerowolf. They are so confident enough to giving a lot of damage. We knew these two magical heroes such as Harley and Harith is pretty strong. Even though that Genflix Arrow, Bigetron Alpha, they have like maybe Burst Plate or any item that actually have a magical defense, it's pretty hard since Genflix Arrow, they are pretty confident enough with the item that they have right now.
Yeah, and the Meteor Shower is pop up just for the clear the way,
Still
but look at that, the Frito is going to the takedown, but no, it's just the opposite moment. One player of the Bigetron Alpha have to be picked off.
Yes, but Fredo, you need to be careful. I think he needs to go back because Fredo, it's only him that can sustain in the front lane for Genflix Aerowolf to have a team fight. Meanwhile, Marz still trying to summon first and also have a Synchro Vision Chrono Dash into the bottom lane here. Meanwhile, Genflix Aerowolf, they are playing so objectively, wow, Omawa.
Yes, they are just playing this one. They already got the Lord, so this is the moment for Genflix Aerowolf to just building their item, to just zoning out Bigetron Alpha. So they are not moving out because if you are seeing, Brody is not done yet his defense item.
Yeah.
So he's still very squishy and could be beaten up.
Yeah, especially I saw that actually that Harith already have a Feather of Heaven.
Yes.
So the magical damage is pretty painful for Harith here, and Dreams again and again. I can see that Bigetron Alpha, they got kidnapped one by one.
Yeah.
That's what actually make Bigetron Alpha pretty hard to have a sustained team fight here.
Yeah, and from what I see, and now the Genflix is managed to going the 4 personal to the mid lane. Meanwhile, Leonasmi is waiting in the top lane. I think he's waiting in the bush to open the vision more to his team.
Yes, and as we can see from the gold just now, Genflix Aerowolf player are dominating
Yeah.
the
Pretty
gold
much,
lane.
right?
Yep.
Yep.
And the network is pretty quiet. Not a huge difference here, but I think for the 15 minutes game, it's pretty hard for Bigetron to catch up because Genflix Aerowolf, they just can play inside the bush of jungle of Genflix Aerowolf.
Oh,
I think still one more right now.
God.
Renasmi, I think he will got kidnapped, and Key still managed to take down Pakuito there. Meanwhile,
ow!
there's gonna be
Eagle.
yes, Circling Eagle. They're coming from Clay is pretty annoying, and also the movement speed that's actually coming from Matilda. It's gonna help the friends from Genflix Aerowolf to move back. But meanwhile, I think Bigetron Alpha, they're trying to find their momentum right now. They need to go back. Genflix Aerowolf, they cannot force it to have a team fight. 3 versus 5. But meanwhile, Grace really good with the Imperial Justice, but it's never enough because Battle still managed to survive. And also Marz with the Zaman first and also Chrono Dash. I thought that he still can survive, but Key, we know that this Brody really have a huge range, right? With the Torn Apart Memory.
Yes, looking bad for Genflix Aerowolf. Why? Because Athena Shield has already been done for Brody there. So he could just take the damage there from the magical damage by Genflix Aerowolf, and they pick one by one the hero from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah, they're losing their momentum just now, and I think it's gonna be another reset for Genflix Aerowolf. And I don't know, Harley also have the Feather of Heaven, Calamity Reaper, Holy Crystal. So for Harley, I think it's pretty decent for the magical damage, right? He already have a highest magical damage that coming from Feather of Heaven with the basic damage as well, with the 40% of magic power. So I think Harley just need to think about his position.
Yeah, do not forget also Bigetron Alpha, they have the Shin that should be taken care of by Genflix Aerowolf. So they can't just be picked off one by one. I mean, like, they should just regrouping and one of another one. Malfic Roar by Brody. A lot of damage item by Bigetron Alpha. They are just building their item. I mean, like, my main concern is just that Dreams is always being picked off.
Yeah, the
Okay.
dreams.
So Dreams, he should just be careful away like the Imperial Justice. Even though he hitting one member of Genflix Aerowolf, he should also see the position of his teammates as well.
And the problem is actually Bigetron, they have Uranus. We know that Uranus can need to collect his stock as well, right? From the damage that's coming towards him. So he really confident enough to stay in the front lane for Bigetron Alpha.
Yes.
Once he stay, he will get a lot of stocks there. So maybe Genflix Aerowolf, they really need to think about the NOD or maybe the C Halbert.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like we don't
Oh.
see Baxia yet, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't see
I don't know
Basia,
why.
yeah. Yeah, and from top lane, Uranus is trying to hold the minion with gaining his stock.
Yes, with the Ionic
Yep.
Edge as well. Matt here pretty sustained in his lane by himself. Yeah. We know that Uranus also have a lot of life steal with the Oracle, with the Bloodwings as well.
Yes.
But I think Marz need to be
Oh.
careful because Dreams, there's no Imperial Justice for another second, for a
Yeah.
couple second here.
Oh, 1 versus 2 in the top lane, but Uranus, the regen HP is highly important for him.
Need
Yeah.
to be reset it again, I think. And Lord is already being secured by Bigetron Alpha without any contest. They actually, or maybe Genflix Aerowolf, they don't realize there's a movement, there's an opening, there's an initiation that coming from Bigetron Alpha towards the Lord here.
Is the Genflix AERWOLF is managed to hold the Lord, or this is going to be the end of the match?
I think it's pretty good for Genflix Aerowolf to,
Yup.
if they can find a good momentum or maybe good timing to maybe take down Lord in the first place. But I think
Oh!
Dreams trying to find the right momentum here. Marz is down, and meanwhile Fredo also got stunned here, but there's no immortality for Fredo. 3 down for Genflix Aerowolf, and the Lord
Mountain
is still
Shower.
standing there. And also there's a Mountain Sugar they coming from Yisensin here. But meanwhile, as we can see, they're actually circling Eagle. They're coming from Clay. Cannot manage to help him. And it's also gonna be a wipeout for Genflix Aerowolf in our second game. It's gonna be 1-for-1. Bigetron Alpha, they managed to force Genflix Aerowolf to play in our third game.
Yeah, a very convincing victory for
Yes.
Bigetron Alpha.
Wow.
Yet we are seeing like they are being under pressure, right?
Yeah.
Brody with the Blade of Despair haven't done his magical defense yet, but after he got his Athena shield and all is well for Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah.
And we are not seeing like the Yisan Shin being picked off. Yisan Shin is really like well fed, well farmed, and he got his item. So yeah, there is our closing. Brody
Again and
is
again.
it's just being let go by Genflix Aerowolf. They are really confident with their Paquito and also Matilda. Even though Paquito is also the game changer that we are seeing. Imperial Justice is being put, but he's just giving a very nice counter attack with the knockout punch. But
Yeah.
apparently, like going into the late game, we are seeing a very nice setup by Sylvana, by
Yes.
Bravo.
Like he came in with the surprise
Yes,
attack with
I
the
mean like
flicker.
if you are seeing like more detail, it's like there is the Zaman Force,
Mhm.
and we are seeing like Harit is trying to kiting backwards
Yeah.
3 times,
Okay.
and after he's out of the range of Zaman Force, he's using his Imperial Justice. So Harit is already gone. It's a 4v5, and Genflix Aerowolf, they can't just come back after that one.
Yeah, I just highlight that moment, the moment that Imperial Justice connect to the Harley, and Harley had no more escape
Yeah.
skills.
No more.
No more.
Zaman Force, no anything. Synchro Vision is also still being on the cooldown.
Yes,
So very nice setup by the Imperial Justice, and I must say like the Lord there without no contest
Yeah.
at all.
like no one knows that actually Genflix Aerowolf, they are really trying to get their second Lord here, because we knew that Bigetron, they are busy to maybe do some split push in the top lane just now. So maybe no one from them actually realized that, oh okay, where's Genflix Aerowolf member? We just saw maybe
Yeah.
1 or 2 in the middle lane or in the top lane, but they didn't realize that actually they are committing for to get the Lord.
Yeah, or maybe we are seeing like Paquito at the top lane, right?
Mm.
There is Rinasmi at the top lane. He's just against 2 members. Okay, there is, if I'm not mistaken, there is Paquito and also there is Matilda.
Yeah.
Only chasing 1 hero.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is just another distraction for Genflix Aerowolf. Meanwhile, Yusunshin with friends is just taking the Lord.
Yeah, and it should be pretty fast for Yusunsin since we knew that the passive that coming from Yusunsin with the melee and range, if you combine it, it will give you like 70 until 100% damage for Yusunsin. So it's pretty fast for him. And as we realize, actually, if there is no marksman in the lineup, they will lose the game. I don't know why Genflix Aerowolf, they don't have marksman here. Bigetron in the first game, they also didn't take any marksman with them.
I don't know why they're letting go Brody.
And Yusunshin.
And also Yusunshin, like I already mentioned, right? Yusunshin is a very comfort hero for Marz.
Two overpower hero.
Yeah, and Marz is using Yusunshin as well.
Yes, that's why. I don't know who Genflix Aerowolf, maybe they take a lot of risk by letting go Brody and also Yusunshin. I mean, okay, if you want to let Brody, at least you take the Yusunshin.
Yeah, or maybe they are really confident with their Pakuito.
And in the first pick by Harit in the first place to be picked by Genflix Aerowolf, it can be so much easier to counter. You just can counter it with Chang'e maybe.
Yeah, there is Chang'e just to stall the time. Like we are seeing, like also like Chang'e is playing a lot of part for Bigetron Alpha because Genflix Aerowolf, they can't end the game even though they are winning the skirmish.
Yeah.
They can't just go straight into the inhibitor. And let's see about the item build first, because apparently their killing point is just nearly the same, 20 going into the 14 as well. So let's see. I want to see for the Harit. Okay, so for the Harit, all of the items is just there, right? We are seeing Harit done his Feather of Heaven. Okay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Brody's just done his BOD.
And he also make the anti-Quiros.
Yeah, but after that, BOD, Athena Shield is already done now.
Malefic Roar.
Yeah, after the Athena Shield done, this is the main concern for Genflix Aerowolf. Look at the player from Bigetron Alpha. All of them is using the Athena Shield, or maybe just for the Chang'e.
Yeah.
The other four is using the Athena Shield because they know the mods demo dealt will coming in from Harley and also Harit. So that's why, okay, so we are just using the Athena Shield, 25% discount of your damage.
Yes, especially if when we saw that actually Brody already finished his Malefic Roar.
Yeah.
He already have like the physical penetration.
Yeah.
Previously, I'm only seeing like Brody is just buying the Malefic Roar. But right now we are seeing like Brody with VOD as well.
Yes.
So the damage is just there. You're going into the half HP and you are done for.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is no more Brody with the full item tank, right?
Yeah, because this Brody is some kind of support one. Okay, because he's yes, because he's going for the gold lane.
Yeah.
So still good and fun. I must say that because he's going into the gold lane, he's really confident into getting BOD first.
Yeah. And actually, we knew that actually Brody needs some item to at least have a good preparation for the team fight.
Yes, and also like from Genflix Aerowolf, they are missing their moment. At the 4th minute max, we are seeing the ganking coming in at the top lane.
Yeah.
4 members from Genflix Aerowolf, and it's leaving Yusunshin really freely farming, well fed at the middle lane.
I know. Well, actually, it's all about the momentum.
Yeah,
Once you bring this into the late game, we saw that actually Genflix Aerowolf, they are pretty strong by kidnapping one by one.
But they can't just
member.
end the game because there is Chang'e.
Yes, and especially Dreams with the Imperial Justice surprise attack with the flicker, right?
I didn't expect that it's going to be a late game. I thought with the 2 marksmen it's going to end early.
Yeah, that's why there is Chang'e just to hold until your marksmen have all of the items and boom, let's go for the counter attack.
Yes, especially Yusunshin also will more confident as well if he bring this game into the late game. We knew that Genflix Aerowolf, they don't have any marksman, they don't.
Yeah, they don't have any tools. They don't have. They and also like if you are seeing Matilda, Matilda with the circling eagle.
Yeah.
Who do you want to target?
Yeah.
It's
once he
plain about
when he just straight away go for the circling eagle. Maybe if we want to let's say he wants to go for Chang'e, there will be someone who always try to back up Chang'e there.
Yes, that's why it's really hard to get into the Chang'e, and the Chang'e he realized that okay, nobody could go near me. I'm not going to build any other defense item.
Yes, he just go for the damage.
Yeah, just go for the damage. Just go full damage. No Athena shield, no whatsoever. nobody could touch him.
Nobody can touch
Yeah.
him.
So he's just doing
Untouchable.
the meteor shower just to steal the purple buff, just
Yes.
to get the Lord really
And
fast.
This is the MVP. So
Yeah.
agree 100%.
Jeez.
Sylvana.
Sylvana just sealed the deal. I mean, like this is the hero that shut down Genflix at all. Even though at the early game, Sylvana with the Imperial Justice is not good enough.
Yes,
Okay,
I know.
he's jumping in. He could be beaten off with
Yeah.
the Paquito. He's just there.
He
with the
really need to be
knockout.
tanky enough
Yes,
to deal a lot of damage coming from the opponent, right? So
correct.
maybe his defensive item really need to be prepared. But once it's already, let's say if he already have the item, the second problem is will there any backup that coming from the teammate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they really need to have a good communication. Once they are ready for the team fight,
Or
just go
not,
for it.
yeah.
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 That's why BTRs bring the game to the late game until all the full personnel of the Bigetron Alpha earn their item, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, we don't know. This is the third game. Who's gonna win? Because this is the last life for each of them.
I can say that maybe there's if there's a marksman
For
the
Genflix,
for-
for both of the team.
for both teams, I can say we see that actually in our first game and the second game, the team who have marksman, they will secure the game.
Yeah.
Especially Genflix know that actually they want to try always to bring this game into the late game, right? So they really have to prepare.
Yeah, and the marksman, yeah, the most important role hero for me, I think, in my opinion, because marksman is the hero range. It
Mhm.
can deal damage from far away and being touched, right?
And
So, yeah.
so maybe it could be the strategy from like Talia said before. And I don't know why we didn't see any bugs here.
There is
No
no
more.
Baxia. There is no marksman.
And they just let Brody and Yusunsen in the
Yeah,
same
okay.
line.
Yes, maybe we should ask about it later. Okay.
Like, why?
Why? Yeah.
Why
Later,
you
later.
let Brody?
It's just too high risk for me.
Yeah, too high risk, of course, because Brody is really like the hero that could punish you.
Mhm.
If you fail to chase him, you fail to knock him down, he will punish you
Punish.
with the
Shred to it.
torn apart memory.
Yep.
Okay, you will be shredded apart.
Yeah, I'm pretty hard that I don't know. It's gonna be hard since like I already say it's gonna be 2-1 game for these two teams. But I
Yeah.
don't know, 2-1 for Genflix Arrow.
For
just
Genflix
now, as
Arrow.
Mama said, but how if Bigetron they successfully maybe turn the table in our third
Yeah.
game later?
I mean, like
It's
as long as Genflix Aerowolf,
Yeah.
they are just ban.
they really need to be
they-
careful. Though.
Yeah, if they are banning Brody, then it's good for them. I mean,
Yeah.
like they could take the third game.
That's why they really need to be
Yeah.
careful in the draft ban and pick
They
because
should respect the hero.
They should respect the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just
yeah.
the player,
Not
but
just
the
the player, the
hero. as
hero.
well.
E- Even though,
hero.
even though we know Brody could be beaten, yes, it could be
Yes.
beaten, but it's really hard. Okay, so
Please take a note for that.
yeah, the note that Brody can be beaten, yes, but it is really hard. to
Yeah,
take
because
him
we know
down.
the range is pretty
Yeah,
far.
especially in the hand of the right person.
Yeah.
And the right
The
talent
right
is really
pilot, yeah.
a scary hero. I don't know.
It's gonna like choo choo choo. You killed.
And it's not. It's only Key who played Brody just now,
Mhm.
not Bruns. We don't know what if Bruns play.
Yeah.
How will Bruns play Brody later? But with Yisun Sin in the right hand here for Bruns, I think it's pretty good for Bigetron. They knew that they can come back this game in our second game just now, and Chang'e. So I think for Bigetron, they knew that they have one hero that probably can try to giving additional damage from behind with Uranus who always sustain in the front line. So like Omawa said that they don't Chang'e doesn't need any defensive item. He just
Yep.
really trusts his teammate that he will be covered.
Yeah, I mean, like at least he's safe from Paquito, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Even though Harley could use the space escape, I don't think that he could catch this Chang'e because he's at the very end of the back laners.
I didn't see any initiation that coming from Harley since Sylvana always jump in the front in the first place, right? So
Yeah,
no
so-
one can predict.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
opening coming in from Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah,
Yet Genflix Aerowolf is the one who is
waiting for it.
who should try to use the initiation.
But it didn't
Yeah,
happen in
it
our
didn't
second
happen
game.
because there is Sylvana with the Imperial Justice.
Yes, Yusun and Brody, I can say this for current meta, these two marksmen is pretty dangerous. At least if you really face these two marksmen, you have really to counter it as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Maybe
of
with
course.
one
Lock hero.
yeah,
maybe.
one lock hero, maybe, or an AOE
Yeah,
area,
AOE.
a huge area of effects such as partial, Loi.
Mhm.
So maybe a range hero could be an answer as well for these two marksman meta.
But I don't know. Maybe assassin who dive. Oh, no, it's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard for the assassin
Yeah,
because there
it's
is the
hard.
Imperial Justice.
Mhm.
And I mean, like, if we are seeing Sylvana, we are seeing Digi
Yeah.
for the counter, the hard counter for Sylvana as well. So the
Yeah.
Imperial Justice will be just nullified.
Yep.
But maybe like if you are seeing like Digi is being banned, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it's being
Digi is being banned.
banned. Yeah, so there is no chance to use the Digi.
In the second game?
Yeah.
No, in the first game.
In the first game. In the
Yeah.
second,
Second game, Digi is open.
Digi is still open.
Okay.
But they don't want to take any chance as well. They really,
They want to make the early damage with the poke from Hilda.
yeah.
Okay, there's Hilda with the poke there. So yeah, not so good from Genflix Aerowolf, but still they will have a chance. There is still the third game here
Yeah.
as the home team. Of course, they really want to win the game.
Yeah.
It
Maybe
should
they
be.
maybe they really need to think about the counter of the opponent hero, because once they know that actually they let the overpowerful hero to the opponent side, they really need to maybe prepare for it though. Because they know that, let's say like Brody and Yisun Sin, the physical damage is pretty 100% gonna be painful.
Yeah.
Will they can they to try to catch up with the magical damage only? I don't think so, because once Harley or maybe Harriet gets taken down, there's no more damage they coming from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah.
So I don't know with Paquito. I didn't see with Paquito.
Paquito.
I don't know. I have a feeling that actually Cho, if you compare Cho and Paquito,
Apa?
I prefer
Cho.
to choose Cho.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I also don't know why. Like Paquito have a very low win rate.
Yeah, in
yeah.
the MDL
Yeah,
also.
at the MDL, he have a very low win rate. Already we are seeing MPL. This is the first time Paquito in, and suddenly it's a 0%.
It's still 0% win rate.
0% for Paquito, but still fine, still good. I mean, like Paquito is kind of OP as well because his ultimate, his kill could be refreshed just in an instance. Heavy left and also the jab there, right?
Yeah, or maybe because of the crowd control as well.
Yeah,
Coming from
there is the
Cho
CC from
is
the
pretty
knockout.
strong with
Yeah.
the Jet Kundo with the stun knock up, right? Meanwhile, Paquito only have slow,
Yeah,
if I'm not
and-
mistaken.
For me, Paquito is only good for 1-for-1. I mean, in the top lane, maybe 1-for-1 hero, I guess.
Yeah.
Paquito can win.
Yep, but let's see who will take the last point here for our first match. And Genflix Aerowolf gonna be the second. Pick here.
Okay. Paquito is going to be banned along with Jauhat, Benedetta, also with Brody,
Matilda
Natalia,
again.
Nesme. Matilda again.
Matilda is the first pick.
Yep. Matilda, yeah. No wonder, because Matilda is pretty annoying. With the circling of Eagle, you can target just one person.
Oh my god, they are just letting go of Yisun Chen and also Selena. So we know that key with Selena is really strong.
Yeah,
Okay.
they really need to respect that though actually. But we didn't see that. And also crowd with Cho for Bigetron
Okay.
Alpha.
So I really like to see this game because Fredo with Cho is really annoying one.
Yes.
I really remember when he's recording in front of his opponent.
Yes, I remember that. And with Cloud for bronze, we knew that this marksman king, I can
Yeah.
say bronze, he get his comfortable heroes, such as Cloud, that we knew that it's always being respected from Genflix side.
So yeah, and a very nice pick again, Sylvana. So it's just to make sure that nobody can escape and could make the initiation more easily.
Yep, I think it's a good combo from Selena and Sylvana with 2 stunner and the Bissell Aura with the Imperial Justice. I think it's going to be a pretty good combo if they manage to success.
But
Okay.
we are moving into the fourth band here. I can say in the first 3 pick heroes from both teams, they are pretty confident enough. They lock the heroes pretty fast, such as Cloud and also Selena with Sylvana. So let's see. Depend on the fourth ban here. Wen is being banned as well from Bigetron side, and Yuzong with Uranus.
Uranus.
Yep,
Interesting.
Uranus.
Interesting ban actually, because like not so many teams using the Uranus.
Because maybe Genflix Aerowolf, they really respect with Matilda. We know Matilda with and Uranus, these two combo. I mean, Uranus always like to stay in the front line because he needs to get the stock, right? With Matilda, who can give the additional movement speed, it's pretty sustained for Uranus to maybe try to catch Bigetron member, Genflix Aerowolf member.
Yeah, I'm thinking like we could see another Digi or Harit for Genflix Aerowolf.
I think it's gonna be Lapu-Lapu.
Lapu-Lapu?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, Alice.
Alice.
Okay, Alice. Yeah, we didn't see Alice actually
Yeah.
for quite a long time, right?
Yeah,
Even in MDL, just a few teams actually use it.
using Alice by.
Oh,
And
but
Lapu-Lapu
Lapu-Lapu.
straight being picked by Bigetron Alpha. So the last two pick here, there is Digi open.
Yes, and as we can see, that's why actually Lapu-Lapu is good for the
The crowd
Late
control
game,
going. If
team
Matilda try
fight.
to dive in,
yes,
there's the bravest fighter here because he's really brave.
but really need to wait for the Synchron Eagle finish first.
Yeah. Circling Eagle first. After that, boom.
What is
Oh,
that? Oh,
Akai.
is that
Yeah,
Akai?
we haven't seen Akai today.
Really,
Akai.
Akai. So Cho
Oh.
for Rinasmi, Akai for
Sylvana.
no,
I think for
no.
Fredo.
Akai for Fredo, yeah.
I think Akai is going to be
No.
canceling
Actually,
Sylvana.
this one is for Bigetron. So
Oh,
Akai maybe
okay.
for Ki or Cho with Ki. And Chang'e. Actually, this Akai is a good pick because we can counter it with the Hurricane Dance, so it will cancel Sylvana,
No.
Imperial Justice.
Bigetron, it's Akai. So Dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams with
it's gonna
Akai.
be Dreams, yeah, because
Dreams with Akai.
Ki will use Cho,
Okay, he will use Cho and Dreams with Akai.
Chang'e for Maxxx, and Matilda. Wait, there's a Matilda here.
Model called Cho, Akai, and also Chang'e. Shin, Selena, Sylvana, Lapu-Lapu, and the last pick is Harit again.
Harit.
Harit, yeah, it's Harit.
Okay, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, because Harit, like, whenever I'm seeing Marz, okay, I'm seeing Harit. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but he's really excel in using Harit.
Maybe he's comfortable hero as well.
Yeah.
Lapu-Lapu for Rinasmi
Okay.
here.
From Omwawa and
Oh,
Kimomo. Who's
yes.
gonna win this last
I like
game?
Shin.
Okay.
why you lock my answer?
Why?
I don't know why. Yeah, I will go for. I don't know. I think this one I will go for Cloud.
Welcome
But
to
let's see
Mobile Legends.
how will it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And
It will
Dreams,
depend on Dreams, I guess.
I think so.
With the Hurricane Dance.
Yeah, Dreams is a good Akai player as well.
Yeah.
We remember that in the previous season, a lot of momentum that actually being met by Dreams, right?
Yes.
And Clay, this is the most annoying hero. What's Selena?
Yeah. If I remember correctly,
Mhm.
when the interview at the last season,
Yes.
I'm asking, right? Why are you using Selena?
Yes.
Because when we are using Selena, we rarely get lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We
why
rarely lost the
actually-
game.
Oh, but there's a pause over here. So we need to wait into the inside the game as well. And
Yeah.
we know that actually Selena is gonna be maybe a key point for Genflix Aerowolf
Yeah.
since Clay. He's pretty comfortable enough to play his signature hero, and with Yison Sin, I don't know. Now, if we take a look into the draft pen and pick, these two teams has one marksman.
Yeah, okay. So this will become the Cloud and also Yison Shin.
Yison
And
Sin.
we know the burst damage from Cloud is really painful.
Yeah.
With the full item, okay, but with the case of he have the full item, the golden staff, the demon hunter sword. So that is the requirement that is needed for Bigetron Alpha. So we are coming in again. This is Bronze with the marksman.
Uh-huh.
He is really comfort with the marksman. So let's see, can his Cloud just bring in the winning point for Bigetron Alpha?
But if we talk about the combo here, actually, maybe Bigetron Alpha, they have a counter for the Sylvana. He just need to use the Hurricane Dance to push Sylvana back away.
Huh?
Meanwhile, the Cloud will come with the right timing in the
What?
Blazing Duet.
Oh, Blazing
Duet.
Duet.
Okay, I thought that you want to play yo-yo. Okay.
Oh, it's a Blazing Duet.
I was like, what is that?
But
Yeah, maybe he want to use
I'm,
the
The power in the
Yeah,
power,
the chakra.
chi.
I'm kind of curious how about Cho later, because he need maybe he can try to kidnap Selena at the backline here. But let's see inside
oh,
the
first blood.
yes, inside our game here, and the first blood goes to Genflix Aerowolf.
Yep, and right now Clay with the half of the HP. Fredo is trying to distract the brown from getting the orange buff. Yeah, guys, company baking up for the brands. So there is no more, or whoever it is who is going to distract it. Free farm in the early game for brands. And in the other side, Maxxx. Oh, Chong is going to be the offlaner. Alright, I think Chong is pretty strong to be the offlaner with the Meteor Shower.
But in the middle lane, Dreams really need to be careful, because this is the so many times already he
Yep.
got kidnapped by the Abyssal Arrow coming from Selena. Max with the jungle, I think it's pretty good for him to sustain in his own lane with the Meteor Shower. He can clear the minion as soon as possible without any push that coming from Genflix Aerowolf. So Genflix, they really need to be careful with jungle as well. But meanwhile, Matt, battle.
Battle is almost getting catch up, but no, still can survive.
Yes.
Oh, he is trying to poke the Clay. Look at the damage, the half.
But meanwhile, got stun, another stun that coming from Clay. Really a good Abyssal Arrow.
Oh, very nice bet there. Did you see that there is the
Yeah.
trap inside of the bush?
Yeah.
It's already been set up by Genflix Aerowolf.
He really go for it. He's just really waiting for. Oh, but the turtle is being stolen by Matt here, even though he needs to be shut down. But at least Bigetron Alpha, they still manage. Meanwhile, with Brass.
Oh, Meteor Showers getting no one.
Yeah,
But-
not enough stack as well.
Yep,
Yes.
not enough stack.
And as we can see, Brand still need a lot of time to get his item, because we know just now the Blazing Duet didn't get. Didn't giving a good damage as well, but it's gonna be Imperial Justice they're coming from Fredo. Brand still managed to survive, and also Dreams, really a good backup they're coming from Dreams just now with the Hurricane Dance.
Oh my god, what does happen? Only one more hit to Fredo and it's going to be take off.
I need flame shot, please.
Yeah,
I need flame shot.
Mountain Shocker, please. But it's on the Genflix side.
Luckily, there's no Isun Sin for Bigetron Alpha, right? Oh my god, almost. It's never enough for Bigetron Alpha. He didn't success to get Fredo just now, even though just one, maybe
One
only
hit.
Yes, only one hit.
It's only the last blood. I don't know.
Yes, okay. In the top lane here with the Imperial Justice again and again. With the good Hurricane Dance coming from Dreams. Lock 2 heroes at the top lane. Meanwhile, okay, the Circling Eagle really hit key. But meanwhile, we can see that Dream is down and also double kill for Clay with really a good Abyssal Arrow coming from Selena.
Yep, and the bottom lane's already pressed out. The Clay with the Blazing Duet try to escape kill, but look at that, the Chow is too painful shutdown.
Actually, Bronze doesn't have a good, maybe enough damage just now.
Yeah.
But luckily, Matt is coming. But
Picking up.
Battle at the bottom lane really have a free time by taking a lot of gold to red,
God. And so Cho is already down in the top lane. What happened here?
because Marz coming. And
Ready to back up.
yeah, and no one actually expect that actually Harry will come. Maybe there's an information that actually Matt is pretty low at the top lane, so he can just solo kill.
Yep, and right now the turtle has been reset. No one's. Oh, okay. I think there's gonna be a contest here between Genflix and BTR. The
Yeah.
ball starting to hitting the turtle, and the BTR now is coming for the backup. Okay, the Imperial Justice connect one down 4 more, but BTR now is going to back up.
Yes, Genflix Aerowolf, they are leading in the network like 1.7k gold differences.
Yeah.
Bigetron Alpha, they really need to find a good momentum. At least they try to pick one by one. Because if they keep drove by Genflix Aerowolf, it's pretty hard for them to catch up later.
Yes. That's why they have to really get the foul. Exactly. Perfect moment. And look at that, the Diamond Force is going to pop up. The match trying to escape. The Synchro Vision is so painfully trying one more hit.
But meanwhile, at the bottom lane, we can see that actually Mat is down and also Dreams. 3 members for Bigetron Alpha down here. Even though Bronze, what is going on? Sylvana just now. They were really focusing to get, an initiation. They're coming from jungle in Bigetron Alpha jungle though, and they knew that actually Bronze doesn't have a lot of damage, doesn't have enough damage to shut down Genflix Aerowolf, and they really maximum it.
And in the other side, the Circling Eagle trying to buy time for the clay, so he is not pushing up the middle turret.
It's pretty hard because Bigetron Alpha, maybe they only have Dreams, they only have Cho as well. No, and I don't think that only with Akai they can try to open vision for Bronze, because we knew once Dream by himself at the maybe inside the booth, or maybe he's trying to do a lot of rotation for Bronze, he can get kidnapped easily.
Oh, but look at that, the Imperial Justice just going to the mat, and the backup with the Zaman Force now, but he managed to escape.
Yes, Genflix Aerowolf. There's still one more key. Are still managed to survive, and Bronze, really a good backup with the flame shot coming from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah, meanwhile, just missed the flame shot. Actually, it's not the target, but it's fine. It's okay. Genflix Aerowolf, they just shoo away their opponents there. Bigetron Alpha in trouble. They're just being zoned out right now.
And Genflix Aerowolf, they are focusing to get the turtle objective, which is it's really important for them.
It's a right moment to get the turtle secure.
Yeah, because no one can contest it from Bigetron Alpha side. And meanwhile, Marz at the top lane just now got shut down with Cho and also Key with Matilda.
Yep, and the bottle trying to poke the damage to the Dreams, but the Dream is to sustain. Is there's gonna be a war or a team fight in the middle turret? The Abyssal Arrow seems to miss.
Clay still managed to Garrett and Soul Eater towards Dream, just with the pressure that coming from the Abyssal Arrow. It's pretty hard for Bigetron Alpha to open the vision, especially we know Cloud really need a lot of space, a lot of time as well for farm.
More jungling, more better.
Yes, but it's pretty hard for Bigetron Alpha to get the condition. Except Dreams got a right momentum to lock one member from Genflix Aerowolf.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty hard moment to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the bottom lane, Bronze trying to clear the minion first and catch up with the rest of the team in the mid lane. And besides that, Fredo is trying to open vision, waiting in the mid lane with all the Yuzhenshin and Harit as well.
Yes, for the item, Demon Hunter Sword for Bronze finished already. And Yuzhenshin also got the Blood of Despair. I think he wants to make a...
what? Abyssal is connected to the Dreams.
Dreams still haven't done his Athena Shield, so it's pretty hard for him to maybe avoid the magical damage coming from Selena.
Yeah, also like there is Harit, right? Harit is already his Feather of Heaven. Calamity Reaper going to the concentrated energy.
It's so hard for Akai maybe.
Yep.
Because I think Athena Shield is not enough for him to sustain.
But I just suggest like to going press the mid lane, I think, because the mid lane still no one secure it. And I thought when the Abyssal Arrow is connected, there will be continued damage, but in the top lane I see there's Zaman Force there open here. The Pearl Juggling is missed, one down for the Matilda. But there will be no more team fight, or the Marz is going to dive into the turret.
Yes, and this is actually the classic Genflix Aerowolf. They knew that actually what they should do, which objective they can get after they took down one member of the opponent. But Bigetron Alpha, they are lucky because they have two hero that actually have a highest defense
high ground.
Yes, here with the Chang'e with the meteor shower, and also Bronze with the blazing duet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also like Athena Shield is already
Yeah.
done
Yes.
for the Akai here. So Dreams, I mean like he's kind of sustained more. I mean like for 1-2 seconds he could just sustain, taking all of the damage from the Genflix Aerowolf. But we know like Harit is already done also his part. He's already done his concentrated energy. So he's really strong. He also got the life gain there.
Yes.
So another homework, maybe the NOD.
Is it gonna be a good opponent for Bigetron Alpha here? And the circling eager. It's already coming from Key. Marz going down. Oh my god, is it gonna be a turntable for Bigetron Alpha? 2 down from Genflix Aerowolf. Even though it's gonna be a good opening for them to, if they want to take the Lord right now.
Yeah, but I think there's still 3 members left from the Genflix. It's going to be a contest if the DJ is trying to secure the Lord.
But you need to remember,
Yeah.
Genflix Aerowolf, they have the Mountain Shocker.
Yeah, Mountain Shocker to steal.
Yes, still the Lord here. But actually, this is why you have an advantage if you have Selena. You can put the Abyssal Trap there just to
Yeah.
check if there's any initiation that coming from the opponent.
Yeah, but I think there is already a contest here. The meteor shower is launched, but no one.
What?
Okay, one more down for Chang'e.
Oh my
too.
god, it's gonna be a disaster for Genflix Aerowolf because 3 down for Genflix Aerowolf and Dream still one more. Got stunned with the Thunder and also the 1000 pounder. Meanwhile, Fredo, the resist still strong. But Matt is coming and also with Bronze. Really good and also wipeout coming for Bigetron Alpha. Genflix Aerowolf, they cannot do much since they already lose their 2 members in the first place.
Yes.
They lose the Lord as well. They cannot. They just take any risk to contest it, but they fail. And if we can see from the replay, okay, Blazing Duet they're coming from Cloud is pretty good enough, and also he still have the retribution. Once 2 down, there's no bottle, there's no damage physical they coming from Genflix Aerowolf means it's done.
Yeah, and there is a 2 splits war. Meanwhile, in the other side, Chang'e is trying to kill the 2 of them.
Yeah.
But the rest of it's trying to get the rest of it.
Yeah, and Key now, he already has the Necklace of Durance.
Yep.
So maybe the lifesteal coming from Genflix Aerowolf is not going as much as usual.
Oh, the meteor shower is resurrect them all. 1 more kill, 2 down, 3 more.
Oh my god, and really look at that. Bronze really get a momentum here with the Dreams, with the Hurricane Dance. He shut down Battle, he ruled the battle now. And I think Bigetron Alpha, they're going to shut down and take this game. 2-1 for Bigetron Alpha. Genflix Aerowolf, they really didn't have any chance at all.
Yeah, only just one chance there from Bigetron Alpha, and they just did it with the very
Yeah.
nice timing in. Coming
With-
from the Blazing Duet from
Yes.
Bronze.
Yeah, we can see that Bronze straight away go into the front lane using the Blazing Duet. He's become the initiator, but Dream's really good following up. He just really need to lock Battle here, so Battle cannot do much
Yeah.
with the Yisen Sin. And there's no Purify as well, we knew. From Yisen Sin, even though you still have the Trashless, but it's never enough.
This
Yeah.
never been
And also
enough.
remember, there is Akai with Dreams.
Yeah.
Yes, the
that's
Akai with the
why.
Hurricane Dance is really strong, especially when he's done his item, the Athena Shield.
Yeah, and I think Akai is a pretty great hero to canceling the ultimate or Imperial Justice from Sylvana.
And
Yeah.
only just because of one momentum that coming from Cloud.
Cloud,
And
yeah, the mid
Akai.
lane.
Yep, just now before the Lord. Actually, I don't understand why Genflix Aerowolf they try to take the risk to contest it.
Yeah, I mean like they are on the lead, right?
Yeah.
They're still leading with the economy. They are still
Yep.
very good condition.
Mhm.
But suddenly, one Blazing Duet just
Once Cloud already got the Demon
Yes.
Hunter Sword, this Bronze, he knew that actually he already have enough damage. Maybe he cannot take down all the member that from coming from Genflix as well, Aerowolf, but at least he can give a poking damage,
Yes.
and it
Correct.
can be followed up by Bigetron member
yeah.
here.
I mean like there is Selena also right from Genflix.
Yeah, Chang'e.
They
Chang'e.
they already take the control, but there is Chang'e. That's
Yes.
why there is Chang'e just to stall, just to buy a lot of time, just pull around so his teammates, like we know, the Blazing Duet early from Bronze is just not enough damage No stack, no item.
No one actually expect that Bronze will just go for it,
Yeah,
YOLO, and open the Blazing Duet.
and get 2.
And
Two,
Yeah.
two like
Yeah.
2, and the next is 2 more. But I think 2 is enough. Even 1 is enough.
The problem is Genflix AERWOLF, once they lose their remember they cannot defend the base.
Yeah.
Even though the Lords haven't been taken down, so it's pretty hard for them to maybe defend their base. They don't have bottle, especially when bottle gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, no one can do anything either.
Mhm.
And only the first Lord, and the game is in.
They're just-
wow, just one Lord.
They took a high risk, I can say, Genflix
Yeah.
AERWOLF, because
A lot of risk actually.
mhm,
They really want to end the game fast, I guess.
Yeah, no more late game.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
they don't
so.
want to bring the game into the late game because they have Selena, right? Selena
Yeah.
going into the late game is really falling
yeah,
off.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
So it's not so good. So maybe they try to pick off one, but suddenly they don't expect Cloud to just open the Blazing Duet
pretty
with a 10
fast.
stack of pretty fast damage there.
Yes.
It's just melting down everybody from Genflix Aerowolf.
That's why actually they have to respect Cloud for Bronze
Again.
again.
After Brody,
Yeah,
now
after
it's
Brody.
Cloud.
They're already banning Brody, right? Brody,
Yeah, already banning Brody.
Natalia, Esmeralda.
Mhm.
But I mean, like with the state of Mobile Legends right now, so many heroes that can be played. It's already being open.
Yeah,
So they should just prepare.
they
Yeah,
really have to be prepared for that.
and in my opinion, it's better banning to Cloud than Uranus, isn't it?
Cloud and
Cloud.
Uranus. I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
but if you are talking about this Uranus, at the second game, Uranus is playing really nice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Holding on
Yeah,
the land.
The
get our
Uranus is the one
stuff.
who is giving the headache
Yes.
for Genflix Aerowolf.
But I think it's pretty hard as well if you take Uranus as a tank. I think it will lack a little bit of CC,
Mhm.
right? That's why once they knew that Genflix AERWOLF they have Sylvana, they will just go for Akai.
Yeah.
Just
go
to
for it.
counter. I mean, in the early we saw a lot of Hurricane Dance that actually cancel the Imperial Justice,
Yeah.
right? And I can say Dreams play really well with this Akai. He locked like 2 members of Genflix AERWOLF throughout, or maybe 1 until 2 members, but it can be a game changer for Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's going to be huge difference
Mhm.
in there. And yeah, the third game going pretty well, and I didn't expect it's going to be that fast. And
I mean, like if you're going to the third game, actually it's going to be the fast game.
yeah, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
usually
fact.
like that.
Yeah, that's the
Usually
fact.
it's will-
Usually
it feel
like,
that.
70 to 80%, it's going to be the fast game.
Is that a course
Yeah.
or something like that?
No, it's just I don't know. Maybe they just okay, let's just do this fast because I want to take a break or something like that.
Yeah, like 3 game is very tiring for them. But this is the item build Omo.
Yeah, and for the item build, like I mentioned before, like Dreams, he's already done his Athena shield. That's why he's so tanky, right? Like before, previously he's not done yet his magic defense, so it's really hard whenever he's tried to tank the Selena or maybe Sylvana and Harit damage. Meanwhile, from Genflix Aerowolf, they already got Harit, which done his Calamity Reaper, Feather of Heaven, and of course there is the concentration energy. But NOD is just neutralizing everything. So the Chang'e is just doing his job here with the Necklace of Durance, that is the glowing one as well, and also Enchanted Talisman. So if you are seeing like this one, like Ash Queen one also is already there. So whenever you got hit by Maxxx, and you can't just go back anymore because
It
it's really
will
hard.
giving you a slow
Yeah,
effect.
it's really slow. And meanwhile, we are comparing about Battle and also Bronze here. Bronze, where are you? Okay, there is Bronze with DHS, Demon Hunter Sword, and also with the Golden Staff. Meanwhile, there is BOD and also Endless Battle for the Yison Shin. So still good enough, but apparently it can't do well anymore because they are getting picked off one by one.
Yes, and
with
the
the blessing
net
duet.
worth differences is pretty huge here, like 8k gold differences. And I can see just now Yison Sin gold is pretty low rather than if you compare to Cloud.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, okay. But that's why Cloud get more damage dealt from the item also.
And I
Yeah.
can say Chang'e
Chang'e.
is the main key as well for Bigetron into the late game.
Yeah,
He really giving a lot of additional damage.
there is also one guy here. It's Matilda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Matilda. I mean, like Matilda with the Soul Boom really have a very powerful burst damage.
Yes,
since
with the
beginning.
whips.
Yeah, with the
damage.
wisp there, and of course he could just push away.
I wonder why with the only a slightly different goal from Cloud and yes, as it could be a huge difference on damage deal.
Okay, because like from the Cloud here,
Yeah.
he's just using his blessing duet. It's an instant damage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, from the Yusun Shin, he should set up
Yeah,
because he should
yes, yes,
maximize
yes.
his passive, right?
Yeah, with the passive,
Going
with
for the
critical.
melee, going to the
Yeah.
range again, melee again. So it really takes time. And if we are comparing to Cloud, if Cloud is already done his blessing duet and no damage done, it should happen at the early game. But at the mid game, late game, you are seeing like it's melting down everybody.
Yes, and it's pretty hard to control Yusun since you need to really work on the passive.
Yeah.
So that's why I always said that from the melee and range, you really need to control it really well.
Yeah, the
Because-
position.
Yes, if you cannot control it, the passive won't work.
Yes.
So maybe that's why Cloud, and especially the Yusun Sin Mountain Shocker, sometimes he just using it to stall the objective, to steal the objective, or maybe just open the vision.
Yeah.
That's why maybe Cloud is more, I think, effectively in the team fight.
Yes. So this is the MVP for our third game.
Yes.
Our opening match here, it's Key
Wow,
with
Matilda.
his Matilda. Like we already mentioned, the Soul Boom is really hit hard.
With the additional movement speed as
Yes,
well.
there's the additional. It could help also his teammates, right, with the guiding wind, and also like this one, the circling eagle.
Annoying.
Yeah, it's really annoying. So if you guys just can't pick
Yeah.
off one hero, so he could just attack you and boom.
Yeah, and it can help your teammate as well to maybe chase the
Yeah.
low opponent who
Yeah.
will try to run away
Yeah,
with
and
the circle, with the guiding
Giving
wind.
the extra shield.
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
the extra shield, and with Matilda, when we go to I can say to dive, we can get back easily with the Matilda skills,
That's
Yes,
true.
there's the guiding
Yeah.
wind there.
Really a good support actually. That's why Matilda maybe become
the
the
first
first
pick.
priority
Yeah.
for Bigetron Alpha, because maybe they know that Key is a good tank as well. So maybe he knows once he have to stay in the front lane, and he know that actually Matilda is a good hero as well with the escape mechanism.
Yes. Okay. So let's get into the highlight
Highlight.
for all of our game here.
Three
Yeah,
games.
for our 3 games, here is our highlight, I guess.
Mhm.
Or maybe we should just wait a little bit more. Okay, so let's wait a little bit more here. So, but let's get back into the game where Cloud. We are seeing like Genflix Aerowolf. They are just a little too overcommit, doing for the Lord
Yes.
at the Lord fight again.
As we can see in the highlight just now, Moa, like maybe in the early phase, Cloud maybe needs some time to get some space, some farm as well, right?
Yeah.
Until he ready for the maybe only the Demon Hunter Sword.
Yeah, or maybe I don't know. This is the
The first game, yeah.
the
Still at
first
the first game,
yeah.
the longest one yet. Our opening match,
33
30
minutes.
33 minutes, and yeah, it goes for the hand of Bigetron, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of trading kills as well that we can see in the first game. So maybe, yeah, Genflix Aerowolf, they now know that actually Bigetron, they are not scared
Oh, no,
enough
no.
to trade,
Yeah.
right? They are not scared enough to having a threat kills. So they maybe in the next mid with Bigetron, they really prepare.
Yeah.
I mean, like at the second game here, like the first game is winning by Genflix
Genflix
Aerowolf.
Aerowolf, yeah.
The second game, I must say that Genflix Aerowolf, they're just letting go the OP hero. They're just letting go Brody. They're just letting go of the Yusun Shin.
I can say
Yeah.
this.
I thought they want to pick like Yusun Shin and also like with Matilda perhaps. But apparently it's Pakito and also Matilda, which is, I don't know.
It's not strong
Yeah,
enough.
it's not strong enough going. I mean, like Pakito is really good at the laning phase, but at the team fight he's
Yeah.
not so good.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just said earlier that Pakito, I think it's going to be great for 1-for-1.
Yeah, a 1v1 is really
1v1,
good. They're really
yeah.
Like
good.
Cho and Paquito in the same lane.
Yeah, it's a style match, you know.
Yes, alright.
Joe is more useful for the team fight,
Yeah.
Because
right?
of the CC as well, he got the knock up and
Kidnap.
with the kidnap with the way of dragon.
Yeah.
It can be a game changer as well. But meanwhile, Paquita is just like a physical damage
Yep.
that can maybe giving a trade
Yes,
damage for the opponent, right? But for the setup, I think it's pretty hard for Paquito.
correct. So that's why, like, I don't know, Paquita, if you could just at the lane, you could just press your opponent. You could make his level like 2 or 3 level difference,
Yeah.
and then maybe you could win the game.
Yeah.
But
and
this is the team play, right?
yeah.
We are always seeing like they play as a team. They move not as the personal, but as a
Especially,
group.
yeah, especially if we bring this game into the super duper late game.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
but
okay.
we will see how will it be into our second
Second
match,
match.
because congratulations for Bigetron Alpha, because they already secured their first point here, even though they have to pass like 3 games.
Yeah.
But it's good enough. But let's say for our second match between GEEK FAM and also RRQ Hoshi.
Hoshi.
So we will take a break a little bit. So please don't go anywhere. Please stay tuned in MPL ID Season 7.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Hero Spotlight episode on the channel. This week the Mobile Legends team will be introducing Eve, the Astro Warden. First skill, Void Blast. Eve detonates galactic energy in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the enemy targets. The targets in the central area will take extra magic damage. Second skill, Void Crystal. Eve summons a Void Crystal in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the target's hit. A recast will cause the crystal to radiate materialized energy in a chosen direction, inflicting magic damage and a slow on enemies' hit. Ultimate, real-world manipulation. Eve creates a star field in a designated direction. Enemies on the edge of the star field will be slowed. When the star field is present on the battlefield, Eve can utilize her power to launch up to 15 waves of attacks on enemies in the area of effect. A single tap on the star field deals magic damage to the enemies in the target tile, while a slide on the star field inflicts slow and continuous magic damage on the enemies within the chosen tiles. In addition, when the starfield is present on the battlefield, Eve is immune to any knockback or airborne effects. And the starfield will remain intact when Eve is controlled. However, she will not be able to launch attacks in the process. When Eve is suppressed, the starfield will be cancelled. Passive, Galactic Power. Eve gains galactic power when dealing damage to enemy heroes with Void Blast and Void Crystal, capped at 10 stacks. She will consume all the stored galactic power when she creates the starfield with her ultimate skill, gaining additional attack attempts. In the laning phase, Eve casts Void Blast to continuously harass the enemy hero, after which she casts Void Crystal to restrain the enemy's movement. Since Void Blast has a very short cooldown, Eve can cast this skill at will to follow up the damage. When the teamfight breaks out, Eve starts off with a cast of Void Blast. It can also be used when enemies attempt to approach her. Lastly, Eve finds a safe spot on the battlefield and casts her ultimate skill to finish enemies off. Well, that's all we have for this episode of Hero Spotlight, featuring Eve, the Astro Warden. For more gameplay and tactics of Eve, stay tuned to Hero Academy and Road to Mythic. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
The swarm has devoured too many planets. You have sabotaged and desecrated the equilibrium of the universe. No matter how many of you stand in my way, I will protect the equilibrium, because I am the equilibrium.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Hero Spotlight episode on the channel.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium, which I was made for.
This week the Mobile Legends team will be introducing Eve, the Astro Warden. First skill, Void Blast. Eve detonates galactic energy in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the enemy targets. The targets in the central area will take extra magic damage. Second skill, Void Crystal. Eve summons a Void Crystal in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the target's hit. A recast will cause the crystal to radiate materialized energy in a chosen direction, inflicting magic damage and a slow on enemies' hit. Ultimate, real-world manipulation. Eve creates a star field in a designated direction. Enemies on the edge of the star field will be slowed. When the star field is present on the battlefield, Eve can utilize her power to launch up to 15 waves of attacks on enemies in the area of effect. A single tap on the starfield deals magic damage to the enemies in the target tile, while a slide on the starfield inflicts slow and continuous magic damage on the enemies within the chosen tiles. In addition, when the starfield is present on the battlefield, Eve is immune to any knockback or airborne effects. And the starfield will remain intact when Eve is controlled. However, she will not be able to launch attacks in the process. When Eve is suppressed, the starfield will be cancelled. Passive, Galactic Power. Eve gains galactic power when dealing damage to enemy heroes with Void Blast and Void Crystal, capped at 10 stacks. She will consume all the stored galactic power when she creates the starfield with her ultimate skill, gaining additional attack attempts. In the laning phase, Eve casts Void Blast to continuously harass the enemy hero, after which she casts Void Crystal to restrain the enemy's movement. Since Void Blast has a very short cooldown, Eve can cast this skill at will to follow up the damage. When the teamfight breaks out, Eve starts off with a cast of Void Blast. Next, she controls multiple targets with Void Crystal. Note that Void Crystal can also be used when enemies attempt to approach her. Lastly, Eve finds a safe spot on the battlefield and casts her ultimate skill to finish enemies off. Well, that's all we have for this episode of Hero Spotlight, featuring Eve, the Astro Warden. For more gameplay and tactics of Eve, stay tuned to Hero Academy and Road to Mythic. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
The swarm has devoured too many planets. You have sabotaged and desecrated the equilibrium of the universe. No matter how many of you stand in my way, I will protect the equilibrium because I am the equilibrium.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Hero Spotlight episode on the channel.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium, which I was made for.
This week the Mobile Legends team will be introducing Eve, the Astro Warden. First skill, Void Blast. Eve detonates galactic energy in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the enemy targets. The targets in the central area will take extra magic damage. Second skill, Void Crystal. Eve summons a Void Crystal in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the target's hit. A recast will cause the crystal to radiate materialized energy in a chosen direction, inflicting magic damage and a slow on enemies hit. Ultimate real-world manipulation. Eve creates a star field in a designated direction. Enemies on the edge of the star field will be slowed. When the star field is present on the battlefield, Eve can utilize her power to launch up to 15 waves of attacks on enemies in the area of effect. A single tap on the star field deals magic damage to the enemies in the target tile, while a slide on the star field inflicts slow and continuous magic damage on the enemies within the chosen tiles. In addition, when the star field is present on the battlefield, Eve is immune to any knockback or airborne effects. And the star field will remain intact when Eve is controlled. However, she will not be able to launch attacks in the process. When Eve is suppressed, the star field will be cancelled. Passive. Galactic Power. Eve gains galactic power when dealing damage to enemy heroes with Void Blast and Void Crystal, capped at 10 stacks. She will consume all the stored galactic power when she creates the star field with her ultimate skill, gaining additional attack attempts. In the laning phase, Eve casts Void Blast to continuously harass the enemy hero, after which she casts Void Crystal to restrain the enemy's movement. Since Void Blast has a very short cooldown, Eve can cast this skill at will to follow up the damage. When the teamfight breaks out, Eve starts off with a cast of Void Blast. Next, she controls multiple targets with Void Crystal. Note that Void Crystal can also be used when enemies attempt to approach her. Lastly, Eve finds a safe spot on the battlefield and casts her ultimate skill to finish enemies off. Well, that's all we have for this episode of Hero Spotlight, featuring Eve, the Astro Warden. For more gameplay and tactics of Eve, stay tuned to Hero Academy and Road to Mythic. Until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
The swarm has devoured too many planets. You have sabotaged and desecrated the equilibrium of the universe. No matter how many of you stand in my way, I will protect the equilibrium, because I am the equilibrium.
Hi everyone, welcome to another Hero Spotlight episode on the channel.
Beyond the planes exists the equilibrium, which I have made.
This week the Mobile Legends team will be introducing Eve, the Astro Warden. First skill, Void Blast. Eve detonates galactic energy in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the enemy targets. The targets in the central area will take extra magic damage. Second skill, Void Crystal. Eve summons a Void Crystal in a designated area, dealing magic damage to the target's hit. A recast will cause the crystal to radiate materialized energy in a chosen direction, inflicting magic damage and a slow on enemies hit. Ultimate real-world manipulation. Eve creates a star field in a designated direction. Enemies on the edge of the star field will be slowed. When the star field is present on the battlefield, Eve can utilize her power to launch up to 15 waves of attacks on enemies in the area of effect. A single tap on the star field deals magic damage to the enemies in the target tile, while a slide on the star field inflicts slow and continuous magic damage on the enemies within the chosen tiles. In addition, when the Starfield is present on the battlefield, Eve is immune to any knockback or airborne effects. And the Starfield will remain intact when Eve is controlled. However, she will not be able to launch attacks in the process. When Eve is suppressed, the Starfield will be cancelled. Passive: Galactic Power. Eve gains galactic power when dealing damage to enemy heroes with Void Blast and Void Crystal, capped at 10 stacks. She will consume all the stored galactic power when she creates the Starfield with her ultimate skill, gaining additional attack attempts. In the laning phase, Eve casts Void Blast to continuously harass the enemy hero, after which she casts Void Crystal to restrain the enemy's movement. Since Void Blast has a very short cooldown, Eve can cast this skill at will to follow up the damage. When the teamfight breaks out, Eve starts off with a cast of Void Blast. Next, she controls multiple targets with Void Crystal. Note that Void Crystal can also be used when enemies attempt to approach her. Lastly, Eve finds a safe spot on the battlefield and casts her ultimate skill to finish enemies off. Well, that's all we have for this episode of Hero Spotlight, featuring Eve, the Astro Warden. For more gameplay and tactics of Eve, stay tuned to Hero Academy and Road to Mythic. Until next time, we'll be seeing you